Me.
That was it. Come on. You can do it, Internet. Let's go.
I dig the FZ though. It's pretty cool.
Dude, I really wish it wasn't salty and icy out right now.
Yeah, the only thing that I wouldn't, or the only thing that I would change is that windshield. You know, the other one that they make for it that's smaller.
Oh, I like the windshield on it.
Well, see, the windshield. Wait, is that the big one or the small one? Like, is that the one that's like kind of pointed or like?
I don't know. It like barely goes above the handlebars.
Honestly, it's a naked bike. Keep the windshield, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but there's another one that looks. I can't
That
tell.
one doesn't look bad. I don't
Yeah,
mind
that
that.
doesn't-
I think it looks really good, and it's like semi-opaque, so you can. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it
I
looks
do
pretty
like
good.
the one that people put on their FC7s, which is like the sheet metal. That looks pretty good too, I guess.
Yeah,
Like semi-opaque, so you can.
yeah.
Okay, I'm still not seeing a freaking live chat.
I have it. Hang on.
Well, maybe I just need to refresh it.
Yeah.
Here, and
Oh, or maybe I clicked. I clicked on the wrong.
in our little
Thing.
side chat is the link to the.
Oh yeah,
YouTube.
Brad. Upbeat
What's
Yamaha.
up?
Can he join in here?
Oh yeah, get him in.
Cool.
Oh, there we
In
go.
our little side chat. And mute your live stream over there.
Yeah, I just did. I just opened it up, so I couldn't. I'm slow with my left hand. Okay. Does my audio sound all right? Otherwise, though, 'Cause
Yes.
I'm not
Yeah,
using
sounds
the mic.
good.
Yeah, your audio sounds good.
Okay. It's just all my built-in stuff. I don't feel like being attached to earplugs right now or earbuds, whatever. Oh, let me get this thing plugged in before it dies. That would make things eventful.
Yeah, it would. Oh, look at the pink cast. So cute.
Yeah. It says, "You have nice boobs," written by a girl. Who has nice boobs. My friend's girlfriend.
Like Super
Big
Dave is
Daddy
in the
Brad.
side chat.
I told her she had nice boobs once, so I guess I received a compliment back.
Oh man.
Oh, jeez, man, 218 people,
Dang.
killing it.
That's gonna die down to like 20 eventually.
Yeah,
Worth
because-
it.
No, it won't. Not 20. 20 is what you get when I host it.
Dude, I had like at one point I had like 90 in one of mine, and then it went straight down to like 8.
I
Brad's
had
kind of a
at
big
most when I did it last year. I had 50, I think.
Nice.
Here, hold on. I'll post on the Instagrams and then we'll
yeah.
watch if the number changes.
Yeah.
Here, I'll get the bikes in the background.
The problem with this many people in the side chat is it's so hard to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to scroll
like
up so it stops scrolling down, and you have to slowly
The
scroll down.
last
To read it.
EM 187 hangout was impossible to read
Yeah.
the chat.
Oh, that was so nuts.
I just try and pay attention to whenever it lights up and says my name, you know?
Yeah, me too.
Oh shoot! All right, how do I take?
Well, I think you should make like the people in the stream make them moderators,
Yeah.
so we can post up links and stuff, and then people
Yeah.
know who's in the stream as well.
Here we go.
But I'm about to teach Brad how to do that too.
Probably, I'm a complete moron when it comes to this stuff.
You just select on the person's name in this
Yeah.
in the chat. So I'll say something, and then you just can choose.
Will say something then.
I did.
Say something, I'm giving up on
I
you.
just-
It moves so fast I can't click it. That's the problem.
Well, scroll up on the chat so it doesn't scroll down anymore.
Ooh, I can put user in timeout.
I would not
Yes,
do that.
you can do that too.
I put you
and
as
don't-
moderator. Hopefully it actually.
It'll
Oh,
work.
okay, there it is.
and then do you see mine?
No.
Say something.
Oh, Tim's here. Hey, Tim, you want to get in?
Heck yeah, Tim's gonna get in. What are you talking about?
Holy shit.
All right, I got you. All right, set user. You're now a moderator.
Cool. I'll teach you how to take people off moderator afterwards.
Why?
I can probably figure it out.
Tim said to send the
Okay,
link.
here, let's start answering some questions while
Hey Tim, I'll email you or I'll send you the link on Facebook.
yeah, you do that. So first of all, to everyone watching, Merry Christmas. I'm gonna
Merry
talk
Christmas.
to this Instagram post at the same time to get some more people in here. But someone just asked something about difference between the YZ250 and YZ250X. Quick rundown on the YZ250 versus YZ250X. The YZ250X is a lot better.
Hey,
Quick
hey,
rundown.
It's got
there's
longer
nothing
gears.
wrong with the 250F.
No, 250X, the two-stroke, I think.
Oh.
But both two strokes, but the one, the X model or the non-X. Honestly, I don't get why someone would even buy, or I don't get why they don't put that motor in gearbox in the motocross version, or at least the motor, because
It's because the gearing.
it creates more horsepower and has more low-end torque. Like, why would you not want that, even if you're...
Because they don't make the motocross version anymore. It's only the trail version. It's only the X.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
That as of 2017? Because in 2016 you could get either.
No, you can't get a YZ250 two-stroke. You can only get a YZ250X.
Huh.
What are you smoking?
I don't know. He doesn't know how to clean up his shoes, so.
I've been watching all these reviews comparing the two bikes, and they're. What do you mean they don't make a motocross one?
I
They
haven't
did-
seen
they
a
put it
motocross
on the
one in a
Yamaha.
long time.
Well, that's because everyone buys the X model if they're getting a new one because it feels so much better.
Dude, the Yamaha dealership near me, they just got a whole bunch of Husqvarnas in there, and they are clean, like so clean.
Have you seen the FS 450?
Have you seen the 701 Supermoto?
No, I'm more about the FS 450. The 701 can suck
Dude.
it.
701 is sick.
I used to have a 690 Duke, which is the same exact motor as the 701.
Yeah.
It's a nice bike. But oh wait, they still do have the YZ. That's crazy.
You better ride an FC 450 before you keep creaming your pants talking about it.
The FS 450?
Is that the one you rode down on the Dragon?
I rode it at G&J Cartway.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude.
I was trying to think. I think the guy who went and brought the gas can back to you, was he on a similar bike, or am I way off?
He was on a KTM 500.
Oh, okay.
No, the FS 450 is like their factory race Supermoto.
Okay, see, so I don't dirt bike. I street bike.
It's definitely like really, really fast and feels incredible. Like the brakes are awesome for everything being 100% stock. It's incredible, but it has zero balls down low. And I know Josh's like, well, racing, you're just riding it high anyway. But for me, like,
yes, and that's the difference between MX and Supermoto is the fact that there's not really down low power. You want the mid and top. You don't want the low.
I don't know. I like the low for cornering and stuff.
What the low for Supermoto is great because when I'm not like I don't go hard. I'm not racing it competitively. I like to just kind of chill, and even at the track, like it's nice to just grunt it down in low gears and stuff.
My bike is always in high range.
I don't know that. Yeah, see, that's probably why I can get like 500 hours out of a motor without adjusting valves because I don't pin it off the rev limiter every gear shift.
Hang on, because I just built my 250. I didn't build the motor, but I had the motor out and I checked everything, and the valves were perfect. I just want to say that.
Yeah. I'm really curious, like when I get the YZ 450, how if there's gonna lose much reliability from the 5 valve to the 4 valve, because like the one right here is the 5 valve, and I know they're bulletproof.
It's cheaper to build.
Is the YZ is the same one that Rural Disturbance has? Yeah.
I think his YZ is probably a very similar engine to my WR. But the new ones are
okay.
quite a bit different from what he has now.
Rural
Yeah.
Disturbance's bike has about the noisiest valve train of any supermoto.
the Yamaha Tick.
Yes. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah.
Tim, you don't sound like a chipmunk today.
Yeah. Too bad. I love it when that happens, but it hasn't happened lately.
It would have been perfect for Christmas.
It would have. Good point. Oh well. Thanks for the invite, by the way.
Sure thing.
I've got the 06 YZ250F, the 50th anniversary, and I think I mean, it's got tons of power. You know, like
I watched that video where you're like testing the wheelies through the gears or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it seems like it's got some pretty decent balls for
And I mean,
for an
I have a different gearing setup on it too. I have it so it'll have a little bit more top end power, or well, it'll top out a little higher because I ride more trails and track with it.
What sprocket do you have on it then?
Stock is a 50 in the back. I put a 46.
Oh goddamn!
Yeah, because it would like I'm in fifth gear all the time, no matter what. Because I don't like revving my motors out, and the 250, the power band is like more of the power is up top, but I like riding my bikes really low RPM because I just feel like it's so much better for them. Whenever it could be different. That's why I'm not a big fan of two strokes, just because like I like to kind of lug my bikes around.
That's what I do on my 919. Like I'll be riding 30 miles an hour in 6th gear.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
It just doesn't feel right if I'm cruising at like 4K.
Yeah.
Which Brad will comment, that's exactly where it cruises on the highway. So
yeah. Well, that's the good thing about like the X model 2-stroke is it's nowhere near 4-stroke low end, but you can still lug it. I mean,
Yeah.
A decent amount, and then you just flip the clutch a little bit, and then you're in the power band. It's such an easy transition.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. If I did get a two-stroke, I would want the new 250X because I rode one and I really liked it. You know.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, like I can put it in 5th gear and stay out of the power band, and you can still cruise at 50 miles an hour, 45, 50 miles an hour, and that's just stock gearing. You could gear it up and then still have plenty of.
Right.
If I were to get a 2-stroke, I'd have to get one with an electric start.
which blows my mind because like my bike you can kick over with my hand. Wheeling was in my driveway for 20 minutes kicking it over.
Okay.
Yamaha's like a special technique when kicking. It takes a while to learn it too.
There's no technique on this thing. You get up and from any position, kick it no more than 2 times and it'll start up.
Dude, my 14 250, it's like you have to have it perfect.
I have absolutely the only experience I have kickstarting anything was my friend's like 1980 XL 250 Honda Enduro, and that kicked over first try every single time for a 35-year-old bike. So it's like I have no idea what I'm doing. Obviously,
I have had so many kickstart bikes, street and otherwise, since I started riding in 1978. Most recent one was when I restored my 1978 KZ 1000. I used to love to just leave a bike hang out on that bike and just walk over, and everybody's just expecting me to hit the starter button and then kick it. They don't notice the Kickstarter until you kick it. They're like, holy crap, that bike has a kickstart on it. It's kind of a neat novelty. Kind of.
Did you have to kickstart your bikes uphill in the snow both ways?
Yeah.
You had to kickstart it the whole way to school.
Yes, while being chased by coyotes.
It never started. He just used the power from his leg to move.
I saw something on Top Gear. Richard Hammond was riding some old kickstart only bike, and he was too light to kickstart it. So he had to have a producer come over and start it for him so he could ride it.
Some of the old kickstart only Harleys were like that. Like I remember when I was a real little kid, like maybe 7 or 8 years old. My uncle had, I don't remember what it was, but I remember that he was a pretty light dude, and he would be just wrenching down on that thing with all of his body weight. And those big V twins, dude, there's so much compression there that in fact, I think he got rid of it, and that was one of the reasons was that it was so hard for him to kickstart because he was such a little guy.
Now, forgive my ignorance, but what is it when like the lever will snap back at you?
Oh yeah, it's just the some bikes would do that, some would not. My KZ would do it. It only in certain situations. It had to be kind of in a certain position, but it didn't do it hard. Now, some of the old V twins, they didn't have a oh, what is the thing called? It's basically a clutch, basically like a Kickstarter clutch, or
decompression lever.
Yeah, decompress. I was gonna guess that.
Yeah,
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
In other words, it would not. It would only work one way. It wouldn't work the other way. So if the engine kicked on it real hard, it wouldn't throw you up into the air.
I believe it just opens up the exhaust valve.
I think you're right. It just opens up an exhaust valve and it keeps it from pushing back on the kickstart.
I guess it would.
The decompression.
It would open up the intake valve because it would be on a compression stroke that you want.
Decompression is on the exhaust cam.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
It's on the exhaust cam because that's what they changed between the 14 and 15 YZ250F.
Yeah, because if you think about it, is as it comes off of the power stroke and goes down, the exhaust valve is going to start to open at that point so that it's fully open on the exhaust stroke. So that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's because my 14 250, when it's warm, it doesn't like starting very nicely. So to fix that, the 15, which then I got as well, they changed the exhaust camshaft with a different decompression to help it start when it's warm.
Yeah. So it was a fun bike, though. I kind of regret selling it, but a guy offered me a whole bunch of money for it, and it paid for a big chunk of the Triumph. So
That's
once I got the Triumph, it didn't hurt as bad having gotten rid of it.
I have like zero dirt bike experience, and I can't wait to get like an enduro or something.
Dude, I was so disappointed we weren't able to go out and me be able to laugh
and watch
at
me fall over at every turn at the dirt bike meetup.
I know.
It would have been awesome.
I don't know if you knew, but the XR250 it's tucked over behind there somewhere. It's
They're silver tarps.
That's my dad's. That's my dad's BMW. Because he needs to cover it up in this heated, clean shop.
It's so nobody steals it.
It's like it's European, so it's gotta protect it. He's even got dirt on the tire. He didn't even clean it before he put it away. Like, what's the point in covering it up?
It's an adventure bike. It's supposed to have dirt on the tires.
Exactly.
Man.
What were you saying about the XR?
Oh, Michelle, my friend Michelle rode it last, and she was going up a hill, and the thing just freaking clicked out. I don't know. But then, like, it sat for 3 weeks, and then apparently my dad got it to start. So I don't know. Those old XRs are weird. They run 99% of the time, but that 1% they don't. They just really don't want to. So
I'm not feeling it today. I'm calling in sick.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to mention to you, Wheelan, is that you do not have to worry or be concerned in any way with what RPM that 919 engine is running at.
I know.
That thing will run at redline for 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, I know, and I think the concern comes from my first and third bikes were 1980s Honda V4s, and those were known for having oil issues. And so one of the, I guess, not really cure, it's kind of a treat the symptom type thing, but is try to keep it above 3K RPM. And those redlined at like 10.5. And so I would keep it at like 3.5, but it just sounds weird to me. Like, I'm not concerned about the motor or anything. It just sounds weird to be holding it at a higher RPM than like right above idle. It's just some weird thing in my head. And of course, you can't even hear my bike anyway, so.
Do you have stock pipes on that thing still?
Oh, they're stock as hell.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Stock Honda pipes on an inline 4.
Mm-hmm. Stealth mode.
It is stealth. Brad knows my stealth mode.
You can still kind of hear it in your videos, though. I mean, it has kind of a nice sound to it, but yeah, it's not excessively loud.
Here's the thing. You're hearing the valve train, not the exhaust.
Yeah.
Like, the engine is louder than the noise coming out of the exhaust. It's kind of like at the Halloween ride, there's a guy there who had a Z125, his was as loud as my bike.
Wow.
But I have heard some nice sounding pipes on them. It's just I can't justify spending that much money because like that would go well towards WR250.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on your bike, I'd rather have it be quiet.
Or you can bulldog the pipes you've got and make them a little louder, but not
Just
not
knock the baffles
tremendously
out.
loud. Yeah, you can either do that or you can just cut them down and they'll get a little louder and leave what baffle is in there from the piece you keep, reattach it, and just make them a little shorter and they'll get a little louder, but they'll still have some baffle.
If my bike weren't so clean, and I had another bike, I would probably do that. But I don't want to mess with it. I mean, that bike is all stock except for the mirrors and the headlight.
Nice.
And I mean, I'm fairly confident that I could do it and not screw anything up. I just kind of don't want to.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Sorry, I just saw a comment in the side chat saying kick Dan's bike over.
You guys need to be, speaking of Dan, you guys need to be watching Defobra's channel, hopefully within the next 24 hours. Me and Do It With Dan and Defobra and Baker X Derek and a whole bunch of other people, we did a 12 days of Christmas, and each one of us had our own day of Christmas, and it's going to be mashed up together. So that goes all the way through the song. Yeah, it's going to be funny, man.
I remember the one last year with man, how did it? It was on his SoundCloud.
Oh, them holiday slappers. Yeah, that was Arson and Derek. That was hilarious.
It was.
So that should be cool. I'm sitting here. Actually, that's one of the reasons I got online was to see if Defobra had finished it yet, but apparently he hasn't. So I saw, hey, BeRAD's live. So I thought I'd come over and say Merry Christmas.
Cool.
Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Likewise, sir.
So Brad, why haven't you had the 09 out yet? Other than the obvious reasons.
I rode it in the parking lot, and it was like it was the hardest thing. I was like, you have to like rotate my whole arm like this.
Because I know that thing is so twitchy and so torquey.
Dude, yeah,
I would be so afraid to do that.
I don't know if the idle's set high on it or what, but you don't even need to move your throttle hand. You just release clutch and it goes. It's so
he's doing the throttle with his index.
Like you really don't even have to slip it. You can like just dump the clutch and the thing will just tug along. Do
you want me to loop a FZ09? Because it will happen if I do that.
Yeah. Oh, and so like my dad was helping me unload it, and I'm like, he's like, here, let me ride it, and I'm like, all right, like be careful, like it's really fast. And he's like, yeah, whatever, like. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't think he's ever ridden, like the fastest bike he's ridden is probably his GS 800 right here, which is a dog of a bike. And he gets on it. First thing he does, first gear, fucking pins it, and the wheel starts spinning and going like sideways. And I was just like, the ground was wet, and I'm just like, dude, you're gonna crash. And I was so nervous. And then he turns around and does the same exact thing, and I don't know.
I know. I think I commented on your Facebook post, but last year when we had like our big Michigan ride a few days before Christmas, Dirt Rider loaned me his VFR because he had just gotten his FZ09.
I remember that video.
I stalled it in his driveway, and I'm pretty sure he just looked over at me and then just cranked the throttle wide open and just wheelied away from me. Yeah, he had like less than 200 miles on it on that ride too. It was heartbreaking.
Did you ever ride his bike, his FC?
No, I didn't. And I didn't ask just because it was so low mileage and so new.
Well, you can surely ride mine when the time comes.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the cool thing. You can bring it down to me.
That's true. Yeah, I actually have a bike that can make that hour highway ride now.
You're going to be like holding it at the limiter all the way up to the state line, and then you just have to kill it down to 65.
Yeah.
Ohio Troopers will ruin your day.
Yeah. What up, Kyle?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Long time no see since you flake out every time we try and hang out.
I'm like home once a year.
Yeah. Well, everyone, this is Kyle, my friend. We met at college.
Oh yeah, I dropped out of that stuff.
And, yeah. So cool. He had a Supermoto at one point, and then he sold it because he moved out to Cali. And if you want to share your story, who you are, or what you're doing right now, go for it.
Yeah, well, me and Brad met before we were both into supermotos. We were riding dual sports.
Yeah.
And then you got your WR, and then I sold my DR650, bought my WR, and then I joined the Marine Corps. So now I'm out here in California doing that. Sold my bikes before I came out here stupidly. I should have hung on to it, honestly, now that I think about it. But
Yeah. You
you
can get a better bike than that one. Spraying oil.
I know. I'm
trying
to look at now what I want to get, but like I can't do any freeway out here because everyone drives like a freaking madman, like 90 miles an hour everywhere you go.
You have lane splitting, so just go have fun in traffic.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
FZ7. Seriously, FZ7.
They're sweet. One of my buddies has one. I've ridden it a couple of times, and
I really wanted an FC7, but this one just popped up for the right price.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the picture you put up, I kind of just assumed it was an 07.
Yeah, because like everyone, like Corbs and I were having the discussion. To everyone, I was like, the FC7 is so much better than the FC9. It's just more fun.
I saw you got a red one too. I was just about to say you're copying Corbs, and that's an 09. Well, Tim's got a red 07 too. So
I do indeed.
Corbs. That's Anthony's old bike, isn't it?
Yeah, Anthony, and then my other friend Kyle Hunter.
He had it for a minute.
Which he only put 400 miles on it.
Oh my god!
He owned it for over a year, so. Like in the Anthony, I only put 4,000 miles on it, so it's like super low mileage, and I grabbed it for $4,500. And the thing,
what?
It's got a scratch on the gas tank, and the forks are plasti dipped, and they're kind of peeling off, but otherwise, it's basically flawless.
It's clapped, bro.
It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I ended up with the 9 instead of the 7 because for
$4,500
twice that much. And putting the work to, swap the exhaust and do all the mods and shit. Like this already has the Power Commander, the M4 Shorty, cool carbon fiber rear seat delete thing, the windshield, all that good stuff.
Yeah, that thing's already got everything that you would want to put on it.
Well,
yeah.
I'm definitely gonna do some sort of suspension. I think.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what you do with the suspension because I've heard from everybody who has one that the suspension is squirrely.
Well, same thing on the 07. My FZ07 is, it's okay, but it is not fully adjustable. And in fact, the only thing you can really adjust is the preload on the rear. That's it.
Really?
And but I thought, you know what, dude? I paid $6,300 for the bike. Why am I going to put $1,500 worth of suspension onto a $6,300 bike?
Because motorcycle.
And that's kind of like what I'm thinking with this, but at the same time, I barely paid anything for it.
Go.
What's another $1,500 to make it a truly awesome bike, like in almost every aspect?
Well, I wonder if you can put R6 suspension on it.
A lot of people do the ZX6, right?
ZX6, yeah.
Huh.
A lot of people swap out the rear with the ZX6 rear. I don't know
what about the front for it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So yeah, you can get like Olin's fork cartridge kits, which are like $1,300. I can get it for much cheaper from somewhere. But yeah, I don't know what I'll do.
My main gripe with the FZ07, it handles pretty well, even with the suspension it's got. The problem is the way the suspension is designed, and with the only single adjustment you can make to it, it's virtually impossible to balance the chassis. You can't balance the chassis. It's just it's got a real soft front and a real fast rear, and you can't balance that out. Yeah. I would settle just for being able to balance the chassis if I could do nothing else thereafter. But you can't set sag. You can't do. You just can't do anything. You just kind of have to live with it the way it is. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy because like my bike, this is the first bike I've had where I can do anything more than preload, and all I can do is compression. Mm-hmm. But going to that, and it's 100 pounds lighter than my last bike. But just playing around with like compression after I have the preload where I like it, it's made a huge difference. So I would think for a bike that's like way newer, and I know it's not like the flagship top of the line bike, but still, it seems kind of goofy that they made it so limited in that aspect.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing though, is like it was definitely a bike made for the, I guess you could say, the average rider, which in a sense is ridiculous with how much power it has and little electronic interference. But I mean, I don't know. You don't see too many people with FZs carving up canyons. It's mainly let's drag race on the highway with it up to 120 and then do the same thing over. So I don't know. I mean,
now, wait, what's the 07 limited to?
Speed wise?
Yeah,
it's not. It ain't limited electronically. It's limited by the engine. But yeah,
okay.
Just right around 130 is all you're going to get out of it. You'll get there.
I thought I remembered the 09 being electronically limited to like 132 or 136, which is perfectly enough on that.
Right,
bike.
like I don't know if I want to go that fast on it. I mean, I'm not a fan on going fast at all, which is why I was kind of hesitant on getting a street bike in the first place. Like, I can have fun at low speed on a Supermoto. That's why they really turned me on, but I do want to be able to go more than 50 miles away from home.
I feel like the FZ09 will be good for you though, because it's not like one of those like super fast 600s. I mean, the 600s are like almost meant for top speed, and the FZ09 just got tons of torque. So you'll
and that's the thing. It's like I can obviously have the control to handle the power, but the good thing is it doesn't have that ridiculous top speed, but got so much.
Yeah,
torque.
You still got plenty of low end torque that you like playing around with, and you can easily cruise for a couple 100 miles.
In my opinion, and I know I'm an older seasoned rider, but once you kind of get over, if you have the speed bug, you sooner or later, if you live through it, you get over it. And that's one of the reasons I bought the FZ07 is because I knew it didn't have a lot of top speed, but I knew that it would get to 100 nice and quick, and I usually don't go much over about 100 if I even go that fast. And so it's and it's the same thing with my ZRX 1200R. I've got it geared to max out at about 140. And of course the Triumph, I mean, it's a Bonneville, so it's going like 125 on the top end anyhow. So I have slowed down a lot, and actually in a lot of ways it kind of helps you enjoy motorcycling a little more because you concentrate on other things besides just going fast all the time.
Anybody can go fast in a straight line.
Exactly. Any idiot can twist the throttle.
Like, I've been really over the past year starting to drool over super sports, and it's not even necessarily about, I can go 160 miles an hour. It's just comparatively, compared to the bikes that I've had, they're so light and nimble. And I know I can get that from other bikes, but I also want to be a young idiot on a super sport for a little while.
We all go through it. Those nights when you're laying in bed thinking about how fast you went on the ride the evening before or whatever, and you wake up in a cold sweat thinking, I'm never going to do that again. That's ridiculous. 160 miles an hour. Then you're out there the next night doing the exact same thing.
And it's always at night, too. Always at night.
I'm really glad I never had that bug to, like I really have no desire to see how fast a bike can go, if it's over, let's say 120 miles an hour. Like, that's the fastest I've ever gone on a motorcycle. There was 0 cars around, no driveways or anything to pull out. And I don't have any interest to do that often. It's just I'd much rather practice figure eights in a parking lot, honestly.
Smart man.
My last bike pretty much topped out at 120 going downhill. So
banging off the rev limiter.
My bike.
No, it wasn't quite a rev limiter. I mean, the thing is, I'm at 6,000 feet elevation, so we have no power.
Oh right. Yeah.
So what already doesn't have a lot of power had pretty much no power. So
my bike topped out at.
So is your rev limiter the sound of like you blowing rods or the
your bike tops out at what, Max?
Like 70.
Yeah.
Like it's a struggle, and sometimes on a cold day I can get it to 75, but it's not fast. I kind of made it do something that it shouldn't because stock gearing it topped out at 55.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sketchy at that speed.
I took my 450 to a drag strip and topped it out at 80, which isn't where I want it to be. I need it to be topping out at about 95. There are reasons for that. But my two 250s, I think on the track they top out at about 75, 80, depending on the gearing.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll depend on what track I'm going to and what gearing I put in there. But I don't have a street bike anymore.
Yeah, my YZ 250F tops out at like 70 on the dot.
Like, I was riding Brad's 450 down Hankard Road. It's not a super technical road, but it's one that I'm not familiar with, and it's got a few good turns in it. And I looked down, I was going like 75, and I'm like, I need to slow way down. So that bike, especially being a Supermoto, and it's like, it goes plenty fast and gets there really quick. Obviously, Supermoto is not a speed machine, but I definitely see what Brad is saying about, well, like you said in the video, and everyone says it's more fun to ride a slow bike fast.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And that's one of the reasons why I'm keeping with the 250. I literally bought a second 250F instead of going to a 450 because I enjoy 250 much more. It teaches you skill. Like anybody can go fast on a 450 around a track. It's lazy. You don't need corner speed. But to go with the same speed with a 250, you need to be fast in all the corners.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm keeping with the 250, and I'm not going up to a 450 for a while, and that's why I'm staying with the Pro Lights with the AMA.
Brad pretty much convinced me to stop looking at a 450 and look at 250s.
The only reason being the reliability, and I mean they're like the WR250 is just an absolute tank.
Well, and it's way more, but it's way better for my use of it because I have a street bike. I can get on that and go distance if I need to, but I'm also going to do the same thing somewhat locally with the 250. It's got, it'll cruise at 70, and it's way cheaper.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the WR250 is a solid bike, but honestly, most Yamahas are pretty solid bikes. Like, I don't know how many times you've had to actually adjust your valves, Brad, but like
I've never adjusted valves.
I just built the motor on my 450, and then both of my 250s haven't moved at all since installing, pretty much, and they're all race bikes.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I mean, at this point, they're pretty reliable all around.
I mean,
no matter what you get.
And the other thing is too, like I had because I built the 450 up. And everyone's like, "Oh, well, you're gonna put better cams in there." I'm like, "No, OEM is the best."
Dude, yeah, I've never understood that either. Like people who they'll buy a brand new like YZ 450, and then they're like, "Oh, dude, yeah, I gotta cam it and put a big bore." I'm like, "You already have 60 horsepower or whatever. That's plenty for your ability, and it's gonna stay reliable. You're not gonna blow it up on the third track day, like."
Right. You can go fast or you can go long, but you can't go fast and long. That's an old rule.
Without lots of money.
It depends, because I poured in my head. I put a high compression piston in there. And the only reason I did not do the cams is money. I just didn't have the money for them. But again, it's a full race pro spec.
The main thing about any sort of an engine build like that is if you build up the top end, the rule is you also need to build up the bottom end to be able to, withstand the forces happening in the top end.
Oh, so, yeah, the entire motor went through.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Exactly.
It was a 2012 450 that was never touched its entire life, as I owned it and I used it for a trail machine, and I started racing it on flat track, and I went up in the pro class and I just built the shit out of it when the time came. So, yeah, it was a needed thing, and I built the crap out of it every which way.
Yeah.
Oh man, Shade Tree wasn't having luck adjusting his valves on his XCW 300. Anyone got any suggestions for him?
He doesn't have any left-handed wrenches.
It's a KTM.
Yeah, I don't know anything about those valve trains. Are they shim under bucket?
On the two-stroke, they don't exist.
Oh, it's a two-stroke. Yeah,
yeah.
I see what he's doing there.
Yeah, I just realized that when he said that. It must be nice to have a two-stroke and not have valves. So much cheaper to build them.
You got reed valves, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to adjust the valves on my TW at like 5,000 miles. Something like that. But I ride the piss out of it.
I'm surprised you'd ever have to adjust.
I know, but like like it doesn't have a rev limiter, and I rev it past what it's supposed to rev to. Like I was doing a dual vlog with Upbeat Yamaha, and my bike just kind of died mid wheelie, and I was like, oh well, I think my bike's about to blow up because it wouldn't start. And whenever I'd try and crank it over, you could just hear the valves making some weird noises.
It's like taking the governor off a golf cart motor.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it has no rev limiter. You can rev it.
He hasn't said a single word, I don't think.
Yeah, something's up with his mic, he said.
Yeah.
God, where's the side chat?
Are you mute, boy?
But the TW, some guy, I was on like one of the TW forums. He said his had like 48,000 miles on it.
They are indestructible, man. We used those things for years when I was teaching motorcycle safety courses. I wish we had nothing but TWs, but they, had a wider variety for, different rider sizes and all that.
Yeah.
But I would always pick out as an instructor a TW for myself to ride all the exercises on and all that. They're just great motorcycles. We had students do so many horrible things on them and knock them over, crash them, tuck the front, panic braking, panic throttling, and those bikes withstood all of that abuse.
Yeah, I mean the TW, it's got a 180 on the rear with the 200cc bike.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned the TW200 and the safety course, because the TW was the first bike I ever wanted. I went to take my MSF course. There were 2 of them, and I wasn't fast enough to get to the TW200. So I took it at some Suzuki Cruiser thing. But the instructor had brand new Goldwing 1800cc, and he showed us the course on that.
Yep.
It looked like the video of the policeman in a full dress bagger going through the cones and just scraping the engine guards at every turn.
Yeah.
It was impressive as hell to see.
The CHP dudes out here are no joke, man. Those dudes split through like the tiniest little spaces during rush hour, and it blows my mind.
Yeah.
They're
So
on
what are they on? Like, are they on like Road Kings or?
BMWs out here. They drive
okay.
like I think the 1600s or whatever.
Yes.
But yeah. They have the 12 and the 16. I don't know which one exactly, but they split through like the tiniest little spaces, flying like 80 miles an hour down the carpool lane.
Damn.
I'm like, there's no way.
What's always blown my mind about motorcycle cops? They don't wear any gear.
None. They wear like t-shirts.
They wear a bucket helmet.
I could not get myself to ride around all day like that. Even for one day.
My neighbor's a motorcycle cop, and he'll come over sometimes while I'm working on my bikes outside, and he'll start talking to me about them and stuff. And one time I just like started my 250 in my front yard, and he was like, "You're not allowed to be going down the street that fast." I was like, "Dude, I started my bike."
I'm waiting for tomorrow. I'm willing to bet that I'm gonna get a ticket tomorrow and get in trouble because I gotta break in the brand new brakes I just put on. And I live across the street from a cop station, and it's a race bike. So I guarantee I'm going to get a cop over there. I'm like, listen, I got to break in the brakes, and I'm sort of not breaking the law. You only go 35 to bet I'm in a 30 zone.
Get you for like reckless op or something with a huge fine.
Oh, dude, let's put it this way. I'll just fucking run. There's a golf course right there. It's a Supermoto. I'll get away.
Just say you couldn't see them.
Rest in
I
peace.
couldn't hear you. My valves were clacking.
Yeah, literally Yamaha life. Fucking loud ass valves. My 450 has the most obnoxious exhaust I've ever heard, and you can still hear the valves over the exhaust.
It's better than the chain slap we were hearing on some. I don't know who it was, but I'm pretty sure it was on a KTM.
No, it's my bike.
It's Brad's.
The Yamaha.
Brad's yours was nothing compared to the dude on It wasn't any special ride. It was one where a couple of us Toledo guys just kind of met you. I don't remember who it was. I want to say it was a KTM, but I was riding next to him, and it made the most ungodly slap.
It was unless it was a WR or a YZ 450, it was probably just because the person didn't have proper chain tension. But
I'm guessing. Actually, I think we talked to him about it, and he said he couldn't increase the tension anymore with the blocks he had, or something like that.
Speaking of chain tension, someone tell Do It Dan to loosen his chain up on his last video. Holy crap.
Who cares?
I haven't seen it yet. What did he go from super loose to now it's super tight?
Oh, God. It's so tight, and it's an old chain. He's like, oh, it'll stretch. I'm like, it's not going to stretch.
No, it's not going to stretch.
It's not going to stretch. It moved maybe a half an inch.
It's a chain, not a belt.
Yeah. Once you sit on it, that suspension is going to just tighten up immediately.
You're going to wear those sprockets smooth out, man.
I was laughing about that.
It's
Like,
going to be a pizza cutter.
Oops, Tim, I almost put you in timeout.
Oh, easy. Yeah, I'm telling you, when it's, because I'm always on the Monday night hangouts on EN187, I get appointed the policeman.
Yeah.
So it's hard when it's rolling really fast, and I accidentally, there's a guy called Horsepower Garage who always comments on Monday nights.
Yeah.
And I was trying to time somebody else out for 5 minutes, and they were begging subs or something like that. And I accidentally, it went up one, and I timed him out. I felt so bad.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I always have a conversation.
You have to let the timer expire, right? You can't undo it.
Yeah, once you accidentally time somebody out, they're just timed out for 5 minutes before they can come back. Yeah.
if they time themselves out, like if they just type too fast and too much, it's only 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I've done that one before.
Yeah, I've never had that problem with the Hangout.
Yeah, like there were a couple of people over there a little while ago, and they were just typing Brad, and they would let them do it like 5 times, and then like it would be like a minute until you saw them do anything else.
Yeah.
It's been about a year since it's been about a year since I actually started doing live streams.
Mm-hmm.
And I only did it up until maybe February is when I stopped. So I got used to that whole thing.
Yeah.
I might have started something bad.
That's why I find it funny, because that's how I met Supermoto, is with helping him set up a live stream, and I had to help Brad set up his live stream today.
Every time I've been in a hangout with Brad, he's needed help set up.
Yeah, well, I can wheelie okay. So,
Hey, I will learn as soon as I can break a minute on this track.
Dude, it's
I
just
will
like,
learn how to wheelie it. But until then, I'm more concerned about my lap times than anything else.
all right. Well, I'll come beat you at that too, and then teach you how to wheelie.
In my fully built bike.
Hey man, rider mod is important, but then again, you'll probably kick my ass. So.
Yeah,
my lock screen on my phone is like the one frame of video. I almost had the 9er at 12 o'clock.
I'll race you on my TW.
It was seriously one frame of 30 frame per second video, but I put it on Instagram.
Seeing how many of those I could get away with.
What are good tires there?
We're admin. We can get away with it.
Yeah,
forever.
if you're set me to admin, and then it won't matter.
Wait,
You
I
are
did.
admin.
I am. Now I am.
Yeah.
You just did it. Okay.
What tires are like the most effective but cheap?
Shinkos.
Shinkos, man. Drag radials.
Shinkos will last you about a month before they go bad.
Like, I don't know.
My pilot powers do okay. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna what?
The Continental Connie attacks, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna get next for sure, because they're. I don't know. You can't with the pilot powers. You can't really lean the bike over very far without it breaking free. I mean, like, you can still ride it fast and pretty hard, and they last a really long time, and they're reasonably cheap. But so that's what I suggest: pilot power 3s or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Pilot powers are dual compound, right?
I believe so, but I don't know.
Because I've got roads, so I think they're way stiffer. But
I think the biggest thing between like that and the Kanye Attacks is the profile of the tire. The Kanye Attacks are more aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this: before I got the actual slicks, when I started going on track, you had the Kanye Attacks. For one, they last forever.
Yep.
Like,
I've got a set of them on my ZRX 1200 right now, and they've got thousands of miles on them. They still look brand new.
I know someone with a 450 built bike who got an entire season racing out of his tires. And my only gripe about them is I did hit max lean on them when I first started out, and it was scary. But again, if you just curve that edge, you're fine. You just got to get that edge curved.
Yeah. Huh.
The Kanye Attacks, though, they have phenomenal grip. And
that's all the guys down south, like in North Carolina, that ride the Dragon and stuff around there. That's pretty much what they always run. So,
and they're cheap.
Yeah.
They hold their heat. Once you get them heated up, that's what I like about them. They stay hot, which is real nice.
Because if I do end up getting like an FZ, I feel like I'd run out of tires pretty quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace tires on here because Michigan roads make the worst flat spot ever.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's basically a square on the rear tire, and I don't know what to get for this.
I've got about 4,000 on my rear tire and 7,000 on the front. And even for the stiffer dual compounds, and it is a heavier bike, but they are starting to square off a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I hate is like if I do go down south with it, it sucks having a big flat spot on your tire because it tips into turns. It takes a lot more energy to get it to tip into turns. Yeah. You can get it off that flat spot.
And it doesn't feel seamless. If you're constantly rolling from a squared off center onto the curve of the tire, it's like, it just doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
It wears you out is what it does.
Yeah.
I went all the way from here to Neal's and back on some Pirellis that were on my old bike, and then the next day I went up to Detroit to ride around with a bunch of dudes who were on dirt bikes. That was a square tire. That was a car tire, and it let me know.
Yeah, one of my buddies like only runs a Pirelli Angel GT or something like that, and he claims it's like the best tire in the world, but I don't know about that.
Well, does he have chicken strips too on it?
No, I mean he gets pretty far down on. I mean he rides a 954, a CBR.
Yeah,
and it's.
I saw this hilarious picture on Facebook the other week, and it was like a picture of a completely squared off rear tire with about a good 1.5 inches of chicken strip on each side. And it's like, so should I get the Pirelli Diablo Rosso 2 or the?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's just basically like riders in Michigan. Like, I mean, that's all you can do anyway here is freaking ride in a straight line.
Just put a car tire on the back, you'll be fine.
Yeah, seriously. Some people do it, dude. People in Ipsy, like near me, they buy those choppers with the freaking 26-inch front wheels and just a 400 millimeter tire in the back. It's insane.
I miss going to Ipsy and seeing all the hood shit there.
Yeah.
Freaking.
So a picture of a guy in like an ultra classic with a legit car tire on it, and he was on the tail of a Dragon, and it wasn't his frame scraping; it was the entire right side of his bike because he had completely fallen off of it because he was on a car tire.
Damn.
I'll tell you what. The one thing I regret not doing, because you guys have the tail of the Dragon out east, right? The one thing I regret not doing before I sold my street bike was going up Pikes Peak last summer.
Yeah.
I regret that the most. But I eventually will have a street bike again when I can afford it.
Well, why don't you just plate your race bike and then go rip it up there?
I would plate the 15. I would plate the motocross bike and put my second set of wheels on it first before the race bike. The race bike needs to be kept pristine.
What do you mean? I mean, if you're just going to do it every once in a while. But that's the thing. You're not going to do it every once in a while. You're going to want to ride it every day because that's what happens.
Yeah.
No, like I literally, as long as the weather's nice, if it's over like 35 degrees, I will go to the track. motocross. 50 degrees like Tuesday, I'm taking the Supermoto out.
Yeah.
So I don't mind loading up the truck and heading out to the track and riding. I got out here riding on the street is just ridiculous. People out here are stupid, and I'm getting real tired of the way the motorcycle scene out here is getting ridiculous with the kill the streets movement and whatnot.
Oh.
And it's like the other day, I'm driving my truck down the highway. 4 stunners blocked the highway. 4 of them blocked the highway. And I was in traffic like a quarter mile back. We're going like 30 miles an hour because these 4 guys want to do wheelies.
That shit pisses me off so much.
Like, take it to a fucking lot. So I went onto the I got kicked out of a Facebook group because of it.
Obviously, I can't say like wheelies bother me. Well, there's a time and a place for wheelies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not on the highway in front of a bunch of traffic.
Right, but like
it's not blocking traffic.
Like maybe I'm a complete idiot and I'm just like, trying not to make myself sound like an asshole. But I feel relevant. I truly feel like when I wheelie, it does not affect anyone. It will not affect anyone if I say loop a wheelie, which is unlikely to happen, but I take that into consideration that it's definitely a possibility. But if you're going to go on the highway and do shit, cutting people off and slowing traffic down, that's just the most ignorant thing ever.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, like, I feel like my wheelies are controlled to the point to where I can control them more than some riders can control a bike normally riding.
Right.
Yeah. You are in the upper echelon of wheeling moto vloggers for sure.
Yeah.
And you've come so far just since you started your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, constant practice. You can tell you've been just practicing. It's more than practice. You've made it a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's that wheelie and lifestyle. You and BeRAD both, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if I go ride, I can't not wheelie. It's kind of like I kind of have to.
Yeah.
I'm like that ever since I figured out how to wheelie my 919, and they're all crappy, but I have so much fun doing it.
Dude, you know what you need to do? You need to train yourself to learn how to use the rear brake, and then those wheelies will get better and better.
Mm-hmm.
I can't keep the front wheel up long enough to practice the rear brake.
Yeah, if you're constantly chasing the wheelie, that's all you're ever gonna get. Yeah.
Well, see, I mean, what I did was, I mean, I got to a point to where I could ride the wheelie like for a decent distance without the rear brake, but that was so sketchy. And that's after my first couple crashes from looping, I was like, okay, I need to start learning how to use the rear brake. And then what my method was is I'd ride the wheelie and then I'd just tap the brake and bring the wheelie down. I'd do that every single wheelie I did, and eventually I started using the rear brake during the wheelie. And now it's kind of like I bring the wheelie past balance point and just kind of use the brake while I'm wheeling.
See, my engine braking's pretty harsh, but I have basically been practicing on setting them down more gently by kind of balancing throttle and the brake. Because if I just chop the throttle, I am down super fast, and it is harsh.
Yeah. Suburban Delinquent, if you ever ride alongside him while he's doing that, you'll see that he of course, he does old school type wheelies, but still, he kind of uses a combination of the engine braking and the rear brake to go past balance point and then back up to it, past balance point and back up to it, and then as he's bringing it down, he will go all the way to red line usually, and it gives him a smoother descent.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I have to do, because mine it'll pop in second, but I can really only do wheelies in first, and by the time I'm done chasing it out, I don't have many revs to play with, so I'll back off the tiniest bit, and the snatch is pretty noticeable on the 919. And then as it's coming down, I'll just gun it, and I mean, it's not nearly powerful enough to mess it up, and it just sets the front wheel down a lot softer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to explain that to someone on. Oh, it was on the FS 450 I rode. They're like, man, when you come down from a wheelie, it's so aggressive because it's got the air forks, and I mean it's a very stiff suspension. I'm like, well, just give it some gas and lighten up the front end when you bring it down and make it smooth. And I was like, I had to show him, and it's like he's like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That FS 450 man is ridiculous. My buddy has the first one they brought to the U.S. though, And he is. I have a feeling because he took all year this year to get used to it. I have a feeling next year he's going to be running with the front of the pack with the pro open class.
All right.
I rode one of those Aprilia SXVs, and that thing was scary.
Was it the 550?
Yeah, it was fast.
Yeah.
That
I
thing
just
was no
want
joke.
you guys to know what you've done. I'm now on Craigslist looking at Supermotos.
Dude, what are you looking at Craigslist for? There's one like 40 minutes from you right here.
Yeah, you could have had EN 187s when he got rid of his a few months ago.
I actually hooked up the guy who bought that with the trade because I knew he was looking to get rid of his Grom, and Ian said he was looking to get a Grom, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Brad, I'm not going to insult you with what I would be able to pay for your bike.
Yeah, I don't want to be offended.
I offended him because I told him a serious offer. What if I had cash? What I would offer him? He didn't like it.
Did you just assume my financial status?
Yeah, I've got a few very interested buyers, but they're, of course everyone's just gathering their money. So
yeah,
I'll tell you what though, I am really excited to see you on a pure Supermoto race bike.
Yeah,
so me and you can hit it next year.
Yes, well,
and maybe at an AMA event too.
Yeah, if it all works out, I'll have the YZ 450 by the time I make it to you. I mean, like, I only have probably 3 months until I'm going to start my big trip and going all over. So that's not much time to sell this thing and build a new one with all the powder coating and stuff. Like, it's going to be a complete teardown probably before I even ride the bike.
Plus, it took me like 3 months to get my brakes, and I'm still waiting on my wheels when I placed the order in September.
Ooh, see that?
Warp 9, if you're listening, I hate you right now.
That worries me a little bit.
Seriously,
so you're giving me 3 months to get a bike, right?
September.
Well, I don't think it'll be hard finding a bike, but I forgot, like, even when I ordered the wheels on this, the Excel wheels, it took 3.5 months to get them for them to be built. So,
It takes a long time, especially when you because I got a 16.5 front, which is the reason why it's taking so long, because they wait for them to get enough orders and then they order all the 16.5 wheels. And that's why I'm waiting. Like, the rear wheel, I've been told, is already built and ready to go, but the front wheel are still waiting on the rim.
Why don't you go with the Chinese wheels that are on eBay?
The DNA?
I don't know. You just look up your bike and say Supermoto wheels, and they're like all the same color.
If I was going to do it right, I should have done it right with the bike I was building. I should have went with Alpina wheels, but I just didn't have that kind of money.
Yeah, so there's aluminum rims, and then there are tin rims from China. I would not trust those at all.
I'll try and put the wheels that I'm talking about.
Like,
they're
honestly,
probably like super low carbon steel.
Warp 9s are prone to bending when you race at the top level. Luckily, I'm not there yet, but they are. I've seen it happen. They break really easily, or they bend really easily. So they're great wheels when you're first starting off, but when you get to like that upper pro level, and I'm talking about like top 10 level pro, you need different wheels. Warp 9s aren't going to cut it.
I put the link in the side chat. I'll put it in the main one too.
Yeah, I've seen those ones. They're like freaking $400 or something.
That's why I'm tempted to just get them.
Oh yeah,
for my 250 just to play with them,
Aren't these are similar to the one that Neil had on his bike, right? There's not this brand though, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. They're probably all built in the same.
Yeah, those hubs look almost identical.
They look like I think they're DNA wheels, because that's what someone told me to get, and I'm like, no.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I just want to get them so I can play with my 250 on the street.
Yeah, I think they'd be fine for that. I mean, just mess around doing wheelies and playing with some turns.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've ridden with a lot of people who are constantly having spokes come loose on the Warp 9s, and I mean, for me, with how much I ride, especially if I'm going to be traveling and I need my bike to be reliable, and I don't even question at least getting the Excels. which are awesome
All
wheels.
right, don't make it longer than that, all right?
Yeah, I'll be as soon as I get my warp nines.
This office needs to get cleaned and
And
The tires.
Wheelin's getting in trouble.
no, they
Is it wheeling?
Yeah.
His mom's like, "You're gonna clean your room tonight before you go to bed, boy. Get all these Christmas wrappers picked up."
Did I mute Upbeat?
So-
Oh no, he muted himself. I saw the little mute thing on Upbeat, and I'm like, oh, is that why he hasn't said anything yet?
Well, he was having issues. He said he was having issues with his mic, so he's gonna fix it. But I'm actually gonna have a professional wheel guy go through my wheels when I get them, because I'm not taking a chance.
I wonder what the stock wheels on like the WR250X, if they're any good or not.
Oh yeah, stock wheels period on a Yamaha motocross bike are phenomenal.
They're
He's
Excels,
talking
aren't
about
they?
the Supermoto.
Yeah, the X.
Supermoto.
Oh, they're Excels.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
They're a great wheel. Again,
Yeah.
stock wheels are amazing.
Yeah. The only thing wrong with my stock wheel on my 250 is it's got a dent in it, but it still holds air fine and everything. So I didn't put it in it. It just whenever I got it, it had it. So
OEM, a lot of people will like want to upgrade everything, but a lot of OEM parts are the best.
yeah, that's why they were put on the bike.
Yeah.
I don't really have the need to change wheels on like a dirt bike because they're probably the best you can get, honestly.
Yeah, the motocross bike wheels, when you first get them, are the best wheels you can get. And try to get them again, they're going to be expensive.
I mean, they could have some that are lighter and whatnot, but I don't really care. It's not going to change much.
It's going to take too much money to get that. And there's only a few people I know that will get them because they have that money.
Yeah, the only thing that you could really do that would make a difference is probably tires.
And honestly, the tires that come on a motocross bike stock are a great tire.
Oh, yeah. They're the MX52s or something like that they put on them now or something like that.
I don't know. I can go look at my bike in the garage and tell you. But
yeah, I have some Chinese tires right now.
I put the Pirelli MX tires on. I like them.
Yeah, I don't remember what the MX52s are. I just know that they're a really great tire.
I have some right here.
I think they're Pirelli. I don't know.
No, the stock tires aren't Pirelli.
Or no, they're Dunlop MX50.
Dunlop, yeah.
That's right. Those are really good tires.
Oh, never mind. This is the MX51, but yeah, they're Dunlop.
The MX51 I think is more aggressive for
It's
lighter.
Enduro. I mean, these.
Oh yeah, those are Look at that, man.
Yeah, those came on the WR.
Oh, actually, I think the MX51 is the harder terrain, maybe, and the MX52 is the lighter. I don't know.
I'd have to go out to my garage and look, and I don't feel like going out there. And Brad already knows my service sucks out there, so. But I could.
Yeah, I don't know. My dirt bike, it's got like 180 hours on it. It's on a different top end, but I just really want to rebuild it.
Talking about like the hours on a bike and whatnot, with Jake's video and everyone complaining about the hard braking, and I completely agree with him because I built a motor last year and I just bought a brand new bike, and the first thing I did was as soon as the heat cycles were done with it, I took it on the track immediately.
I broke mine. I break all my bikes in on the way home from the dealership, pretty much. It usually happens within the first 50 miles, and you do need that. You do need that hard braking, and you need the heat cycles in combination with it. But here's the exception. So, and this is one thing that Jake, if he's talked about it, I've missed it, and I usually don't miss any of Jake's videos. But if you have an older bike with a coarser bore, a coarser cylinder bore, like an early 80s inline 4 or late 70s street 2-stroke, like let's say you have a 1975 Kawasaki H2.
Before the chrome plating, before the plating, the nickel plating. Sorry.
Before they were plated. Exactly right. You need to kind of watch it on those because you can do a little bit of you can potentially do a little damage there and have actually more blow by, not less blow by. So, but in modern engines, and I did the same thing when I got my FZ07 and did my FZ07 stock exhaust mod and engine break-in tips. I went out and did the example of the hard break-in, but I made that caveat about it, watch out for the older bikes with coarse cylinder bores.
Yeah.
Nickel plating is you got to be careful with nickel plating, only when installing. But after that, they're pretty good. Three complete heat cycles, which is what the dealer did. They did the one at the dealer, and then I did two. And then my race 450 again, same thing. After that first 3 heat cycles of completely cooling down, starting back up, ride the piss out of it.
Exactly. Your pistons have expanded and contracted, everything in there that's going to expand and contract to its maximum and to its minimum and seat and get its shape, because your pistons will kind of shape themselves, and they'll do it a lot of times according to what resistances they encounter within the bore. In fact, Jay Leno talked a while back about when he rebuilt his Stutz Bearcat, they had to build pistons for it because obviously a 1912 or 1918 car, they don't make that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So they went through like 4 or 5 different forgings of pistons because they thought they had it right. Then it would go through a heat cycle and the piston would deform. Yeah. And it never would run right after that. And so they had to go through all of these mathematical calculations and these reforging of the pistons until they finally got it right.
Speaking of those older 4-cylinder bikes, not too long ago on Craigslist, I found a CB350 4-cylinder, and I thought that was crazy. 350cc 4-cylinder.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's kind of funny to think about.
Yeah.
CB450 was always my favorite. In fact, a buddy of mine who owns a brewery about 100 miles away has one. Let me see if I can dig up a picture of it. They're so cool, man.
So is it a 4-cylinder?
Yes, sir. Yepers. Sure
That's
is.
awesome.
See if I can find a photo of it here.
I love small engine 4-cylinder. It's just like the, I think the CBR 250RR or something like that they made a while back. It was a 250cc 4-cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know I've seen a few.
What?
Mic not working? There we go.
Hey, look at that.
My mic has been on the fritz, as I'm sure you guys heard.
That wasn't really on the fritz. You were getting yelled at.
I was. No, it was. I thought I had a mute button.
Don't blame your mic for being yelled at.
I have a mute button that used to work, and now it doesn't work. So I thought I was. Yeah, no, I was getting yelled at.
So you were saying about the CBR or whatever?
Oh, yeah, I know I've seen a few, like, 250 sport bikes that were 4-cylinders. But
right.
It definitely is weird seeing small displacement 4-cylinder bikes just because of the individual displacement of each cylinder.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, the more I learned it quick with having a 690 Duke, which is the same motor as what's in the 701 Supermoto. It's a 690cc. It has more cubic centimeters than an R6.
Right.
The only thing it has over an R6 is nothing. It has a lot of torque, but it doesn't have anything over an R6.
Yeah, I would think
the R6 has more cylinders. It ends up creating more power.
Yeah, well, because I would think with a smaller motor, even though it's got more pistons, but wouldn't that thing spin super duper fast?
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to have nearly as long of a stroke on that.
Yes.
Yeah. I've ridden one of the like Ninja 300s, which is 4-cylinder. That thing's slower than a WR 250R.
Ninja 300? You mean 2-cylinder?
I don't know. Is it 2-cylinder? Yeah, maybe it's.
Yeah.
But either way, it's. I mean, of course, it's just a very detuned, high reliability car.
It's also really low compression out of
it. But so is the WR 250R. So when people are like, "Yeah, I'm looking at my first bike," I was thinking a Ninja 250 or a Ninja 300. I'm like, get a WR 250. It's more comfortable, more fun. You feel a lot more power out of it. And either one you can really cruise on the highway anyway. So
Yeah, I think when people think of their first bike, they think of bike, and then the first thing they think of is either Harley or like sport
Cross
bike.
rocket. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rocket, quote unquote.
And the other thing is, no one really thinks about insurance costs. Like if you're
Yeah.
getting full coverage, full coverage on a sport bike when you first start riding out is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get full coverage on like a European bike, it's a lot cheaper.
That is a bad looking bike.
That thing.
Oh yeah, and I was wrong. His was a 550. This is 550, but still, that's a pretty
still
small
cool.
displacement. Yeah.
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 Those are
And
some
they-
shiny
they-
headers.
Yeah, they were all in the same general style. In fact, several of them used the same frame and all that.
Yeah, it's similar to the CB 1100 that Honda makes now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How small are the pistons on one of those? Like a 354 cylinder.
That's
They gotta be
Probably
tiny, right?
Well, not necessarily. It could be a short stroke. It could be a big
Right,
piston with a short
Oh,
stroke.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Which
Yeah.
I remember watching some videos, like some short documentary on YouTube, on how when they were first building 4-stroke motors, they had super long strokes, and basically it made them super clunky and like hard to turn. And then they shortened the stroke, increased the bore, and they'd get more torque, and the bikes would handle better. So I don't know what they in a year, bike like that, what they would have done.
The 350 would have to be like an 87.5 cc per cylinder. Imagine parts for that. That's probably why they stopped making them, because parts were like not really available. And think about how many pistons you have right now that are 87.5 cc.
Yeah.
I mean, now you can get a 250 cc piston, and it could probably fit in most other 250 cc bikes.
Well, because I mean, then they'd have to have pretty similar strokes. But if that had something real long or something real goofy like that, it could be a weird size piston.
Yeah.
That
all
is
depends.
true. And also the size of the combustion chamber factors into all of that. So the geometry of the valves and the valve seats and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
It's complicated business.
I still have my piston on my 450, the stock one. I've been collecting the pistons when I rebuild my motors.
Mm-hmm.
Brad, what was that? It went to your camera. You're just making a weird face on a water bottle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can find a picture. It's a piston from an airplane motor with a valve embedded in the face of the
Oh, yeah, I've seen that before.
I saw the motor it came out of from the local airport.
Hey, pussy, come here.
The guy was on final approach on his certification flight to get certified as a flight instructor, and the engine dropped a valve.
Ooh.
And
Yeah,
so
I
he
know that
basically had to do an engine off landing, which I mean, for him, he was lucky he was already coming in on final at the airport, but that valve was
Dead stick.
embedded in there, man. Nah, I don't have the picture handy, but
I got pretty fortunate with this motor that it was actually as clean as it was. But I wish Yamaha still did this, but this is back when they had a 5-valve head.
Oh yeah.
Now they don't. The only time they do this is on the quads, which is what this is out of.
Mm-hmm.
so I don't
You might need to hold that up.
understand. Like,
I had it on my screen still. Josh.
what is the advantage there? I mean,
The
which
5-valve?
does intake or exhaust have the third?
The intake has the 3rd valve, and the exhaust has 2. You can see that dot up here at the top here.
Yeah.
Looks like a pump.
That is the front of the engine. So
And
that's the exhaust.
you'll also note that the exhaust valves are bigger to balance
I did notice
the
that.
mass of the intake. Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, is it just basically more air in, more fuel you can burn, or
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yamaha did it for a while, and they stopped doing it on their motocross bikes. They did not stop doing it on their quads.
so do they like just run a higher compression, or
I don't think so. I think the whole thing was to improve rider feedback.
nah?
Yeah.
I watched a video today. I'll put it in the side chat. It's a Briggs and Stratton with a glass head, so you can see everything happening. It's pretty cool.
It's got to be like 3-inch thick borosilicate glass or something.
Yeah, it's like plexi, I think. or
Just
something.
just wait till all the hipsters with transparent clutch cases on their Ducati see that.
It's pretty cool. I mean, the process that they went through. There's a whole bunch of there's 17 parts to the video, but you could go to I think the video, if you skip to like 4 minutes or something like that, it shows it running. It's really cool, actually.
I'm just thinking of like how it's made behind that. Like, how do you machine a glass head?
It's literally like in the shape of the thing, and they just bolted it straight on.
That's cool.
Trying to find the something to show you what that piston came out of. This is what that piston came out of when I built my 450.
That's pretty cool seeing it fire every fourth time.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I like how you could just watch everything. It's pretty cool. But
I've seen that like a flathead. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I saw like a video of an open flathead Ford from like the early, I think it was the early 20s. There was a video online of that, and that was really, really interesting.
Is there any advantage to a dry clutch over a wet clutch, or?
If you ask Ducati, there is.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
It's more for a race application.
Right.
They're not that great on the street.
Right. It's about. It's mainly about being able to do pit maintenance more easily, is what it is more than anything. Yeah.
Oh, you can just swap it out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can watch Motorcyclist Magazine MC Garage. They went over the wet clutch versus dry clutch, and then they also went over slipper clutch versus regular clutch, which I sort of went over in my last video.
Look at you because your bike's making a weird noise.
Yeah, dry clutches sound awesome in my opinion.
Did I hear somewhere that all the Moto GP bikes are converted to dry clutch though?
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought so.
For one thing is you do make slightly more horsepower with a dry clutch, and that's for obviously right because you don't have all that fluid slinging around in there.
Yeah, there's less drag on the motor.
Yeah.
Right.
So there is a racing advantage, but also, man, they can make really easy clutch adjustments on the fly. They can pull an entire clutch cassette out and put another one in on some bikes.
So it's similar to like a manual transmission on a car instead of automatic. You don't have the oil going through the automatic, I don't know.
Well, where does all the debris go from like the clutch plates? Is it just sitting there underneath it?
No, they're open usually.
Oh, okay.
Like that's a lot of a mod. That's a mod that a lot of street bike, like a lot of the Ducati guys do on the street. They get an open clutch cover. On the race bikes, they have an open clutch cover.
Yeah, I would think you would want really controlled racetrack conditions if you were to have any opening in your bike like that.
Yeah,
but I mean,
from the factory, Ducatis come with a closed clutch cover, and you can buy a open one, which, in my opinion, looks awesome, but is a little bit dangerous. Honestly, downshift 83's like the way he did his with the plexiglass is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Go up and stick like a piece of glass in their clutch. Take a bunch of like those coffee straws and stick it in their clutch. I'm evil.
I like bikes that I don't have to change the oil on often. I can ride every day.
Zero maintenance.
Yeah, it's fun.
The biggest, honestly, in my opinion, I prefer a slipper clutch over anything else.
Yeah,
slipper. I just finally put in a slipper on my race bike, and it was like after I'd already learned how to slip it manually. I'm sure Brad knows how to slip it manually as well.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of not knowing if I should bother putting money into a slipper.
Honestly, the only reason I did it is because I just want to be lazy now. I just want to dump clutch and forget about it. And it's also the slipper clutch is going to do a lot better than your hand can do on that clutch.
Yeah.
So
what about like the Recluse?
The Recluse is not a slipper clutch. I have a Recluse Torque drive, which is just the one with more plates, and it's all right. I have a problem with it sticking in first gear when I'm trying to launch. and it actually tries to creep forward. And the auto clutch is only good if you ride trails, in my opinion.
I agree. It's weird on the street. I've ridden 2 bikes, a Husaberg 570 Supermoto and a CRF 450 Supermoto with auto clutches, and it doesn't make sense for street unless you're.
Was that Wings' bike?
Straight up. Who?
Wings are bent with the CRF.
Yeah, I rode it. I think, or yeah, I guess he owned it at the time. And then my buddy TJ in North Carolina. So it's
super weird
on a street bike. Let's answer questions from people in the comment.
Okay. What mix do you run in your 2-stroke, Brad?
40 to 1.
40 to 1. Right on. That is
Hey,
fine.
BeRAD, how are you, man? I am a fan from Portugal.
I'm good.
Lunaticus, I hope that you can sleep well tonight knowing that Brad is doing just fine.
my
Would it be
feet are a
sleeping,
little
or-
cold, though.
Is it morning there?
It's what here?
In Portugal, no, it's it's early morning. Like I think it's like 3:50 in the morning.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Evan Nut.
What about your nut?
I don't know. I was supposed to say Evan Nut on camera because it
Oh,
would make him nut.
okay. I'll let him nut.
Has anyone ridden the African Twin yet?
No, I don't. I thought it looked cool at first, but then I was like, when I saw it at the freaking Chicago International Motorcycle Show, whatever the hell it is, it's there are too many electronics on it.
Okay. I have yet to see one in person. Like I remember seeing the videos when it first came out. It looked sweet, but I never really heard anything about it after that. I think it was really hyped up, and then.
Well, I sat on it too, and they feel so heavy.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It feels like a huge bike.
Have you seen the Super Tenere that Yamaha makes?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Those are cool. It's a 1200 twin.
Honestly, when it comes to those adventure bikes, depends what you want to do. In my opinion, the BMW, if you want to do more off-road stuff, is fantastic. It's great all-around bike. The KTM is great, but only if you want to do more street than off-road.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
When are we going to do a long way round on Supermotos?
Dude, I just actually finished watching that series again.
It's awesome.
And the fact that they didn't have KTMs and they did have the BMWs was awesome.
Did you watch the reasoning behind why they had?
Okay. Yeah, it was
okay.
like the first episode.
Okay, I didn't remember if it was in the episode or like after the series or something.
Yeah, it was. KTM backed out, and then BMW's like, "Oh, here you go."
I always thought it would be cool to have like the Super Tenere motor and like a FZ type bike because it's a 1200 twin. Imagine that in like the FZ07 frame.
It's probably one of the biggest parallel twins out there.
Dude,
Yeah.
I saw the most badass thing the other day. It was a 110 horsepower Banshee motor and a YZ 450 Supermoto.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
I
I
want to see the
saw-
Raptor 700 motor in a WR.
That would be cool too. That'd be.
That engine
I've
is
always
way
thought
more
about
than
that.
anything
Imagine
else
the
in
Raptor
bike.
700 Supermoto. That would be
The-
so cool.
The Raptors aren't meant for acceleration though. They're meant for top speed. The only thing that bike would be good at is going high speed. That's it.
Right? Can you imagine like big sweeping mountain roads on that, being able to cruise at 110 miles an hour, like
Dude,
no problem.
let's do it.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
Let's put a
I
Raptor.
just laugh at Raptor guys all the time because they think their quad's faster because they have a 700.
Yeah. Well, no quad. I laugh when any quad guy, unless it's set up specifically for drag racing, thinks they're going to beat you on like a stock 450 dirt bike. Like you're not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, the 450,
on
the
off-road.
450s are pretty stout, but in a straight up drag race, the 450 dirt bike will win based off of weight.
Yeah. Well, it's weight, aerodynamics, drag on the ground. It's a
Yeah,
lot
and then think about the Raptor 700 motor in a dirt bike.
And
Come on.
And Brad, I will challenge you this. My 450 will beat your 450 around a track.
Oh, I Oh, I would not question that for a second. on road, you mean like Supermoto, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And on flat track. Yeah.
Dude, I would love to ride that thing on a Supermoto track. That looks so much fun.
There's a reason why I have this just sitting here from that thing.
Oh, ready to pull out on live streams.
No, I just have them sitting right here. I have the one from the drag racing too.
Nice. What distance was it?
1/8 of a mile.
Ooh. What was your time?
Top speed, it was 75 in the 1/8, and I think I got like a 9-second 1/8.
Okay.
Which isn't horrible, but isn't great. Like I said, I'm having issues with top speed with that thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty fast for a this guy who lives near me in Michigan. He ran like 12.5 in the quarter mile on a CRF 450 Supermoto. It's that thing has everything possible you can do to the engine, and oh my god, it's nuts.
Didn't you see the video that I posted up about that the drag racing?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it wasn't. You can actually see the times though. It depends. This is funny because it was bracket racing, and there's a couple of times I thought I lost, but I actually won. So you can see me like going like this.
Yeah,
and I'm like winning. Yeah, I'll put a link up because I put a link up to the last one. I'm sharing too much of this 4-wheeler. It's not it's not that great. My build is definitely a lot better.
I went riding at Bundy Hill off-road park with this guy, and his dad has I don't even know what the frame is. It's like I have no idea, but it's got an R6 motor in it, and it was pretty sweet. Kind of pointless, honestly, but sweet.
I remember when I was working in publishing back in the early 2000s, some guys out in California took a GSXR 600 and put a Hayabusa motor in it somehow or another.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous. Almost unrideable.
All right, I'm watching this drag racing video real quick.
It's not very long.
I mean, I'd hope not. It's only an 1/8 mile. Damn.
1/8 mile's the best, though, man. The 1/8 mile was always my favorite drag racing. I could win a lot of money in an 1/8 mile bracket race, man.
The great thing, I guess I'll put it in the actual side chat if people want to actually see this. It's not that great. It's a quad. It's not a 2-wheeler. But if you go to my channel, you'll also see the Supermoto build I just did. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how slow it looks on a 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, you can't see it in that, but the entire time, my handlebar is going like this.
Like shaking and stuff. Or...
It was so sketch at high speed, man.
Yeah.
I rode a Raptor 660, and I just tried to do some wheelies on it, and I almost looped it like 3 times without even like barely giving it any gas.
We've had a couple guys try to come into flat track racing with a Raptor and think they're all tough shit, and I come in with my 450 and whole shot the shit out of them, and I'm like, no, your Raptor isn't a race quad; it's a trail quad. It's sort of like the difference between the X and the regular F models.
I thought the YFZ 450 and the Raptor were the same thing.
No, they're not.
No,
I thought the Raptor was just straight up the quad, no matter what. I thought it was.
No, wow. Okay. No, the YFZ 450 is a pure motocross build, and the Raptor is a trail quad. It has longer gear ratios and is a little bit more reliable. But the YFZ has a lot more torque and horsepower, or a lot more torque, not horsepower. The Raptor puts out more horsepower, and it has a higher top speed, but it is not a race quad by any means.
Hey, I gotta ask a technical question real quick. So I feel like an idiot for having to ask this on my own computer, but I just like zoomed in on the window, and now whoever's talking, their face is like massive, and I tried like a
Press on their face again.
but I was like, I must have like had a weird combination of fingers on my trackpad, and then it just zoomed in, and now
Ooh, you hotkeyed something bad.
Double click. Double click.
Are you on the Mac?
Yeah, I'm on a Mac.
Doesn't it recognize like pinch and pull gestures on the trackpad?
Oh snap!
That was it, huh?
Yeah.
You got the GIMP hand.
All right, Brad. So I got a question. I don't know what's going on with your schedule. Next year,
Yeah.
I'm trying to go watch the 50th anniversary of the Baja 1000.
Okay. When is it?
November. Because I'm down in SoCal now. And they're running the 50th anniversary, and I think that would be it's going to be huge.
That's been something that I've definitely wanted to do for a while. So I'm going to be, the plan so far is I'm going to be in Texas at some point in March.
Yay.
That's all I know. I'm going to try and do some stuff between, so I'm not just driving for 18 hours or whatever straight down there. But
well, you can. What you should probably do is just stay in the I-35 corridor, because all the really interesting things for you will be between Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably.
You better
I'll probably stop at the Tail of the Dragon, and then you know, I might go to like Louisiana and see if like a turkey neck wants to ride or something, and then make my way over. I really don't know.
Man, I need to get down to the Tail.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd plant that seed in your mind, because I got a couple buddies that are wanting to go next year, and we're trying to get down there for it, especially since this is the 50th anniversary. It's supposed to be huge.
I mean, I can't imagine I'll be living out of my van away from home all the way from March until November. So it's possible I could like fly though. I mean, hell, why not?
Yeah. No, this is something that I've talked to some people that they want to do. I know they're doing the second Dust to Glory film next year as well too.
No way. Oh,
yeah, they're doing the second one in combination, and they're doing a full peninsula run, which I don't think they've done in a while. They're going from Ensenada all the way down to La Paz, which is damn near Cabo.
That'd be so much fun.
Hey man,
yeah.
If you come by where I live like 20 minutes from the beach.
15.
What beach?
Galveston.
Galveston Island.
You can modify the Supermoto with skis.
I mean, it's not much of a beach. It's more of just like shit brown water. But
we used to play a club near there back when I was touring down there all the time. It was this little bitty club called Bob and Jeans. We always used it as a connecting date because we could make an extra $500 or $600 between dates. I'm trying to remember exactly what town that was in. Let me see if I can find it.
Tim, I took a trip in my truck and I brought the TW.
Crosby.
Crosby's not too far from Houston.
Yeah.
I took a trip to West Texas not too long ago.
Yeah, I saw those videos. Commented on a bunch of them.
I rode in Lajitas, and those roads were pretty cool.
Well, I love riding down there. In fact, the plan is sometime in the spring, Jake and I are going to do a Mexican border ride.
Yeah, I threw a rock at Mexico. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think I saw that little clip. Yeah.
Trying to
I'll have to do that next time in March when I'm in Arizona.
Yeah, I love it down there.
Yeah, and the weather wasn't like horrible, but I bet in the summer it's like 115 degrees.
It's horrible down there. You got to go in the spring or the fall. That's when you go down to that part of Texas. Yeah.
I went just about the right time.
Yeah, you did. Otherwise, you suffer, man. But the fall down there on the Mexican border, down there near Big Bend, boy, it doesn't get any better than that. It's beautiful.
I'm just saying, come to SoCal, man. San Diego's freaking gorgeous.
Oh, I'll be there. Yeah, I mean, I'll be there sometime in the spring, summer for sure.
Yeah, it's this. I don't want to live anywhere else ever.
gotta go meet up with Vroom Vroom Dana and Joey Mac 420.
Oh
Dude.
my god, his videos fucking kill me, man.
Dude, I can't wait to ride with those guys. They have so much fun out there, and it's like the oddest terrain compared to what I'm used to. But
yeah, they're like out in like San Bernardino or Riverside, which is like between. I mean, like it's an interesting area.
yeah,
That's like right when you get outside of LA to the mountains and whatnot.
And then I mean, there's like what Baker X Derek's out that way.
He's out there too.
Who else?
I think Shade or no, freaking Suburban Delinquents in Orange County. Yeah, not Shade Trees in Florida.
Oh, and Arson.
Yeah, they're
Arson
all,
is also in San Bernardino.
It's
Yeah,
in San Bernardino County.
Yeah, I don't really have much of a relationship with those guys. I haven't really talked to them a whole lot, but I'm sure I'll go meet up with them, try and do some riding and stuff.
That part of like the Los Angeles area is nice. Like actual in Los Angeles is disgusting. I can't stand it. But like Riverside, San Bernardino, and Orange County is all like really, really gorgeous.
Yeah.
and actually, Palm Springs is gorgeous too in its own way.
Palm Springs is awesome. Yeah, I like Palm Springs.
My parents just took a trip there. They said they really liked it.
Hey, I've been there twice, and I never get to see everything. My next thing is to go see the Bob Hope estate, the Volcano House. Last two times I haven't gone to see that. There's so much historic, like so many stars had homes there, and there's it's just a really groovy place.
Hey Tim, whenever you went to one of the SoCal Moto Vlogger meetup things, did you ride there on the FZ07?
Indeed, I did not. If you look in most of the videos, mine included, you'll see a white Ford F-250 with a black tandem axle trailer behind it. That's how Britt and I got our bikes out there.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
No, he rode the Triumph out there with the FZ on the back of it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I would love to make that ride. I mean, I've never actually I don't know if I've made a ride that far or not. That's 1,000 miles. It would be fun, but you just can't take everything if you do that. If I were to ride my FZ07 or my Triumph or my Kawasaki out there, you're real limited in what you can actually bring.
Right.
And, I like to bring, all the stuff. I like to bring my drone and lots of changes of clothes. And, I'm kind of like, I'm not good at packing a motorcycle, I guess.
You can just drag a suitcase behind you. It's all right.
Yeah. Plus, you don't have to pay as much attention to the weather and that sort of thing. Like, I needed to be home. I needed to make a straight shot home. And so trailering is the way to go with that. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, I bet it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. That is a great meetup. The thing that I worry about, if I have any worries about it at this point, is that it's just getting to be so big. Now. It's going to get to a point, probably this coming year in 17, if not 17, then definitely in 18, where we will not be able to have it at Desert Lodge anymore. It's just massive, and I could not park my motorcycle when we got back that night because we didn't take the ride coming back from Chaparral to the hotel. We rode Big Bear, and so we didn't get back until almost dark. And when I got back, I could not believe how many motorcycles were at that hotel. It was insane. And so I think that what will end up happening more soon than later is that we're going to end up not being able to do it at Desert Lodge anymore.
Man.
Plus, we got the cops called on us like 3 times this year, which I knew was going to happen. And it'll just get worse. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens.
Well, more people.
Mm-hmm. It just gets to be tough because the first year it was big, but it was still small enough to where it wasn't crowded. You weren't tripping over people left and right, and you could spend more than 5 minutes talking to somebody. I mean, you know what I mean? It just turned into such a massive social gathering this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be super concerned about like a ride with hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and we had our first crash, which you guys saw on EN187's channel.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
It's even crazier that he pretty much walked away from it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was
that-
impressed by that.
That sand. did
Sand
him,
saved his
but it
saved him.
his
Yeah,
ass. Yeah.
yeah, it did. But that was
Yeah,
just such a
definitely.
retarded crash. I mean, the guy was just like, "Well, I think I'll stop turning my motorcycle for no reason now." Oh
Target
darn!
fixated.
I'm out of road. You know, it's just so weird.
Yeah.
It's sometimes big group rides are can get a bit obnoxious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the appeal for them.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys are actually really into them.
Oh, I never take the. No, I'm not. Yeah, just
For
let me
me-
let me clarify that. I never take the actual ride from Chaparral to Palm Springs, simply because I don't know those kids. A lot of them are kids. They don't, like the guy that crashed this year. He didn't know how to ride. It was basically a brand new bike. He had no experience. And if I'm around a bunch of people who I don't trust because I don't know them or don't know their riding abilities, man, it makes for a very miserable ride for me.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah,
biggest ride I ever did with Brad was like maybe 30 people, and then
but the
even
good thing
that
about
was
that
a
is
lot.
or maybe you didn't know him as much, but I knew every single person there.
Yeah, no, we knew most of those people.
And the exception of maybe one or two people who I don't usually prefer to ride with, everyone is pretty. Well, I say well behaved, meaning they
As well behaved as you can
I
be.
use
Responsible
well-
hooliganism.
I use
Right.
that loosely, but they know etiquette.
Their riding ability.
Well, like Ehart had a Moto meet thing, and it was supposed to be just mostly Michigan people who knew each other, and then friends invited friends, and people just kept inviting people, even though they didn't know everybody. And it ended up with like 45 people. Half of them were these Russian guys who were flying past the group on curvy roads with oncoming traffic, and it's just like,
Oh no.
I thought I was going to see somebody die,
Yeah.
and that's super uncomfortable.
You lost me at Russian.
Yeah. Here's the thing. One of them took an Instagram selfie of himself on Ehart's front lawn with his handgun.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, with what?
With his
He had
handgun.
out, just chilling on her front lawn. She had no idea who he was.
Creepy.
That is really fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how I try and ride with people that I know are confident riders and are pretty good riders. Because the last time I rode with one of my friends, he had a F-07. He crashed on the freaking highway from doing some. I mean, he stood up on his rear pegs and started bouncing on them, and he got speed wobbles and ate shit.
What? Why would you do that?
I don't know. Like that's the thing. And I was like, dude, like as soon as I saw him start doing it, and he kind of merged into the right lane, he just fell basically. And I was like, well, I wasn't exactly surprised, but it was pretty shocking. Like if you watch a crash and you could see them flying through the air, it's pretty intense.
I think the sketchiest ride I've ever been on was like 2.5 years ago now, almost. It was the first time that we rode. Who was that? Brad, we rode in March with a bunch of people on sport bikes. It was like 6 of us on Supermotos.
That's really weird for a ride that Brad's on.
That's
That was
wait, was that the one where dirt rider Eli crashed?
Yeah.
That must have been.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like the first ride. It was like the opening ride in our it was like a bunch of people we didn't know, and it was Dirt who was trying to ride his 1980s what even was it?
It was a
V65
V4
Magna.
Yeah, V65.
Yeah.
Yeah, V5 Magna, like it's a frickin' Panigale or something.
Well, yeah, but it's Dirt Rider, and under normal conditions, he would have been fine. But he was also in Hell, Michigan.
True.
Yeah.
Upbeat Yamaha ran into someone.
He basically crashed at 90 miles an hour, picked the bike up, and rode the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you watch his video, he slides.
Yeah, hold on.
sits
Let
up.
me find the video for you
Yeah,
guys.
he stands up, slaps his hands together, dang it, and then walks over to his bike, and he laid it down fast.
Yeah, the video is actually really crazy.
Yeah.
That ride was just really weird though, and then I know Spencer got lost at some point.
Oh yeah,
And
because he was on his
he was on the two-stroke on the freaking KDX 220.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy that I haven't like had any serious like bad crashes, and I haven't yet to crash the TW. And I mean, I don't want to say it's gonna happen, but it probably will because most people crash their bike eventually.
Yeah, I don't talk about it because of what I do. I know it's gonna happen. I don't want to talk about it actually,
Yeah.
especially since I just built shit out of my bike.
Yeah.
I don't want it to go down.
Yeah.
So,
I just crashed my 250. Like, that was probably my hardest crash I've had. And I ate shit on that thing. And I have so many like scars on my body, and I wear gear most of the time too now, just from stuff like that. But it's just like my whole left arm is like covered in scars now. I've got exhaust burns and all kinds of shit all over my arms.
Hello.
Who is that?
Hello.
Really working?
Yes.
Sort of.
It's been here for like an hour and a half.
I figured it out.
You're real tiny, though.
Oh my god.
You've been in here for about an hour and a half, and your mic just started working great.
Yeah, you gotta get the wires in a perfect position.
Okay. All right. Here, I'm gonna link. Can I link a YouTube in the public chat?
Yeah.
You should
Yes.
be able to.
Okay.
That video's awesome.
Dude, it's so nuts.
yeah, everyone's talking about group rides, and the only time I've ever really done a group ride is with other moto vloggers, and that was the last one I've ever done. If I were to do another group ride, it would be with people that I'm on the track with, because I know how they ride, and we get closer on the track than we would on the street, so I can trust them.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. It's like at most, I will ride with 4 people,
Right.
and they have to know them first.
Okay, see, Dirt Rider got pretty lucky because he slid on the water and then he went into the dirt.
Yeah.
And there was no oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
And that was probably his 767,000th crash. And he kind of knows how to crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely.
I've crashed plenty of times in the dirt. That's why I was saying it like my hardest crash out of all of them on my 250, because I mean, like, if you ride in the dirt, you're gonna crash no matter what, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's a given. I mean, you slide everywhere no matter what. And I've crashed really fast, but in the dirt you just kind of slide, you know.
But dude, I mean, the crazy thing is like that could have gone so much worse. You look at all the fence posts around him, the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Like
he uses up all of his karma on motorcycle crashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's had some hairy motorcycle crashes, and he always seems to get up from them. It's impressive.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's basically becoming Wolverine with adamantium.
Yeah.
I like how he picks up
but
like
the thing is
Magna like it's on a dirt bike. It's just like so easy for him.
Yeah, that's almost a 600-pound bike. Well, and the thing is, before that bike was mint condition for a 30-year-old bike.
Yep.
And it was. I mean, we were so grateful he was okay, but
it's better without the windshield on it.
It's like when my buddy of mine crashed his turbo Kawasaki. It was like a mid-70s turbo Kawasaki.
Why?
And he had a drag slip in his hand, and he was trying to grab the clutch, and he had that drag slip in his hand, and it messed up and just went off. It was the worst thing, and thankfully his bike's okay and he's okay. But yeah, that wasn't a good one.
Yeah,
that bike was mid.
Man.
Until it happened.
Bike looked like a champagne cork popping out of the bottle.
It literally, like, his bike got boost as he's trying to grab the clutch.
Yeah, it sucks. And those old 70s, especially like KZs, like turbocharged KZs or Z bikes of any kind from that era, turbo lag was huge on those bikes. Yeah,
it was a Kawasaki. It was a late 70s 1000cc Kawasaki inline 4 with a turbo on it. It would boost about 30 pounds of boost.
Yep. Massive lag. You had to detune those bikes so much that they just didn't make any power. But then when the turbo hit, you better hang on, Jack.
And you can see oil like coming out of the seams of the head because of the boost it was pushing.
Anyone seen Upbeat Yamaha's recent crash?
No.
No.
We don't need to.
Dude, his bike flew like a rag doll.
Wait, is that the looping one?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've watched it so many times.
Somebody in the I was just gonna say, somebody in the side chat will say, "Don't forget about that guy," and do it with Dan's video who just ran into that sign.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
It's not a crash, but the greatest thing I've ever seen was, I forgot who it was. It was a motor vlogger out of California. He gets off his bike to help someone, and he forgot to put the kickstand down. It was like seconds later that it fell over, but he's like walking away, and he had a camera on his bike, and it just like, you see him walking away, and his bike just goes, and he looks back, he's like, fuck.
That's the good thing about Supermotos. You just leave it there.
Yeah, if it was on a crash,
it's like, well, $500.
Yeah, I had my 690 Duke. I laid it down for the first time when I was cold out. I forgot the tires need to warm up, and it was because it's a naked bike. There was no damage to it. I replaced the mirror and the shift lever, and it was good to go. $100 done.
Yeah. One guy that I started watching on YouTube, his videos just scare me. It's kind of like Max Wrists, but it's worse.
Is it that No Limit Yamaha guy?
Yeah, No Limit Yamaha. That guy, he is insane when he rides a freaking bike. I'll put a link in the main chat for everyone to see his channel.
Right, guys like that do.
I'm gonna get going.
Why?
Good. See you, man.
It's 9:30. Sorry, 10:30. It's not that late.
10:20.
In Eastern Standard Time,
It's
the only time zone that matters.
8:30, lucky ass.
Yeah, it's still early, man.
That's right.
I'll probably lurk in the comments, but I need some sleep, so I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, whatever. All right.
Good talking to you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, man.
Brad's so salty.
Brad.
out of all the flavors I could be, I chose to be salty.
Oh.
You're
Brad,
the sweetest baby.
I know this guy rides really good wheelies on FZ09, but don't ride like him.
But don't ride like him.
The No Limit Yamaha guy.
Oh, did you link it?
Yeah. It's just like scary.
Here, let me.
Because he goes on the highway and just power wheelies it in like 6th gear and just. I mean, his latest video is a tank slapper video of him going like.
Yeah, I saw that. That was so sketchy. And then he just like continued like nothing happened.
Yeah, he just kept riding more wheelies and.
Oh my God! Look at the side chat. Tank girl, vroom vroom, Dana. It's getting
What?
badass over there.
Vroom, vroom?
Yeah. How y'all doing? You need to get in here, Dana. We were talking about you earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're totally talking trash. Like mad shit talk.
I would suggest Tank Girl too, but she never joins Hangouts anymore. She just shows the love in the side chat now.
Oh, we were talking trash.
I've
about
never seen her in a side chat.
Well, they're both welcome to join.
We were talking trash about Horsepower Garage too. You know, everyone.
Yeah, I remember that.
He told me I should buy him this helmet he wants now since I put him in timeout accidentally last week. No, but if we ever meet up, yeah, I will definitely will buy you a few beers. That was a bad mistake. Yeah, definitely.
Dana, if I knew a way to send you a link, I would.
Send a message to her to the YouTube.
Dude, Evan went Jekyll and Hyde. He was being all cool. Now look what he's posting.
Go to YouTube and just send a message and just tell them to look in their messages.
I hate the YouTube message.
You may hate it, but it's the easiest way to send someone a link.
Whoa, I did.
Or you could email them.
Dude, honestly, I don't even know how to send one that's not a public comment.
Tank Girl said she's at her parents' house.
Yeah, Tank Girl
so she can't.
Vroom Vroom said he can join real quick.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let me.
Yeah, just go to.
Yeah, I got it. I'm there. I just gotta.
Dude,
Like,
do I have to
not-
teach you how to do everything on YouTube?
I'm
Come on, man.
not that dumb.
Y'all give
You
Brad
have
so much
you have
shit.
1,000 times the amount of subscribers that I have. I shouldn't have to teach you how to YouTube.
Oh, I'm still figuring out how to get the link, but I got it. All right, Dana. It's in your.
Again, 1,000 times the amount of subscribers, and I still have to teach you how to YouTube.
Maybe I'm the one with my YouTube priorities straight, while you're all worried about how to live chat and send the link to each other.
Jay, you just missed Wheeling, dude. He dipped. Sorry, man. You were a day late and $1 short, brother. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Dude, Vroom Vroom Dana just got his new plastics on his bike, and it looks identical to mine.
Dude, his bike looks so good. I mean, yours looks good too.
Way better.
Yours looks good too, but
yeah, his looks way better. I'm just telling you. Like his,
I don't
it looks
know.
great.
I'm not saying anything about my bike.
Dude, this is the thing I'm saying. Okay, I dig the blue and everything, but yellow on a Yamaha just looks so sick.
Hey,
Yes.
hey.
What's up, Dana?
Took me a minute to find that message. I didn't know where to find it.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. The YouTube message thing sucks. You have to.
It doesn't let you know you have messages. Like every once in a while, I'll go, "Oh, dude, I should check that," and I look, and oh my god,
Yeah.
3 week messages from 3 weeks ago. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. This gives you no indication that you have messages.
Right.
Yeah, it just goes straight to spam. It never goes to the inbox. It just goes straight to spam.
Yeah, I check like once a month, and I don't know. It's a mess.
Yeah, big mess. In fact, I'm going to check mine right now.
That's what everyone says.
Well,
Max,
yeah, exactly.
Talking about it, but that FZ09 is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Yamaha. Of course it is.
Duh.
Exactly.
Dude, Brad, take the FZ09 off road.
Just saying. Just saying. I'm all about the Yamaha
I'm
life.
gonna be the first person to backflip an FZ9.
I'm pretty sure you're not the first person.
I will fly out there.
Great bit.
When I go out to ride with Dana, I'm gonna hit that K rail and backflip it.
I'm pretty.
Bullshit, you better prove it.
Shenanigans. Call shenanigans on me before I
Brad,
take it off.
are you gonna ride tons of wheelies on it, or are you gonna take it easy on that bike?
Of course I'll wheelie it.
Are you
Tons of
gonna
wheelies. Tons of wheelies. He has no. It's all wheelies all the time.
You gonna scrape it?
Dude, I'm kind of nervous too though, because like the FZ7 I got in, actually Brad, the other Brad, is in the chat somewhere. It's his bike, which made me fall in love with it. But that thing is so easy to wheelie. I could wheelie it at 20 miles an hour, constant throttle, just sitting there.
Yeah,
I
rode my
brother to do that on the FZ9.
Yeah, the FZ07 that I rode, I could just do third gear clutch ups and just cruise them.
But first gear clutch ups are a lot more fun.
See, so Brad, what you do is you put a stunt cage on the front, and it weights down the front, so it's a little bit harder to get the front end up, so you can control it a little bit better.
I don't think with the torque on that bike, any weight anywhere is gonna keep it down.
No, I actually know of someone who put a stunt cage up front. He was no longer able to power wheelie in second gear.
Well,
Just saying.
Maybe he's a pussy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this guy's a pussy.
I don't know.
So are
All
you
right, I gotta go
down to
for a
Cali
minute. I might come back later.
anytime soon?
Okay. See you, Kyle.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
See you, man.
Should I get Brad? Should I get in here now? Yeah. Okay. I'll get the other Brad in here. Wait,
I
maybe
just posted who it was in the private side chat. But I'm talking about the stunt cage on the FZ09.
Hello.
Oh. I don't know. I mean the nines have so much torque. Like I don't think a stunt cage is really gonna. It might affect your power wheelies, like rolling on throttle, but that's like gonna be right on the edge. Like if you clutch up, it's not gonna make any difference.
Right. I've been told it clutch ups, or it does clutch ups in like fifth gear, so I shouldn't be worried about that.
Yeah.
All I know is that I have to try to learn how to wheelie a 250 at elevation. Just saying.
Rev limiter.
Yeah, I'm just saying because I had a 690 Duke, and I can literally pin it in first gear, and the front wheel would not come up.
What?
Yes, that's how elevation affects power. So, with that being said, I had to try to learn how to wheelie a 250 elevation.
I'm telling you, Max, you would, you're at sea level down there. If you went to 6,000 feet, you'd notice a marked decrease in performance of your bike. Yeah, you'd have to change everything.
I rode that TW in one place whenever I went on my West Texas trip, and it was really low on power at one point.
Elevation sucks. That's all I'm saying. Like, let's put it this way. So I run a 1348 gear ratio on my 250 here. I went to New Hampshire at sea level, ran a 1440 gear ratio, and it power wheelied on me. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, it never power wheelies with the really, really short gear ratio that it should wheelie at up here at elevation, but with that really long gear ratio for that track in New Hampshire, it did no problem.
Yeah, you can. I don't know. Like whenever I think I'm the only person that can wheelie a TW the way I do, because like I've tried to watch other people do it, and like I've had people ride my bike and they try and do it and they can't get the front wheel more than 6 inches off the ground, and it's not that hard.
Yeah, dude, you pretty much slay on that bike.
Yeah,
it's so easy because the wheel is so big on the back, so it's just like it just floats.
Is it a TW 225?
200.
200.
Yeah.
Those things have so much torque. It's
I
crazy.
don't know. It's got so much of nothing.
No, you can wheelie those things for days at sea level.
It's got a lot of nothing.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's basically a Grom that goes a little faster. Like, honestly, it's just like a little bit bigger than Grom. That's what everyone says when they ride it.
It is a tank, though. You can go through anything with it.
Yeah. Well, I've got street tires on it. The thing is, I have like permanent chicken strips on it because if you go any further than as far as I have, you'll catch pegs. So it's like there's about an inch of chicken strip. So the 180 tire isn't really helpful.
Do you have 180? Do you have 180 55s on the front and the back? What are you doing over there?
The front, I think it's a 130.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if you had a big fat tire on the front too.
Yeah, it's basically like any trail bike rear tire.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty hard to find tires for it.
I'm sorry, I gotta say because 10 Girl's talking about it, but she had that recent classic Yamaha she built up or she fixed up, and I'm super jealous because I could have done the same thing to a DT 175, a 1972, but I had to sell it because I was taking up a room in my garage.
I don't have the patience for restoring like an old bike like that.
It would have been sick. An old two-stroke bike, like.
Yeah. I mean, I had a CR85 and I owned it for 2 weeks and I blew up the transmission, so it just sat in my garage for the past year and a half. It's still there if anyone wants it for like $200. The whole bike is kind of missing a motor.
Max, have you gotten any offers on your pit bike yet?
One, but the Mexican dude was like, "I'll trade you like." It was like some Mexican guy, and he asked me if I'd trade like for a trailer or something like that. I was like, "Yeah, maybe not."
Trailer and 2 goats.
Yeah, no, it was a trailer and some kind of like electronic weed whacker type deal.
Of course.
Some dude,
I didn't want to say lawnmower or anything because y'all would.
I was gonna say it.
some dude offered me a 2006 Katana 650 or whatever the hell it was.
600.
Straight up trade for my Supermoto.
What? That thing's worth $1,500 if even.
Yeah, dude. I was like, sure, that plus like 8,500. I won't.
You need to ride that.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, we called those bikes the can of tuna. The Katana 600. Now, in the early 80s, there was an 1100 Katana, and it is very highly sought after these days if you can find one. They were very neat. See if I can find it. 1982 Katana.
Those were back in the day. Those were it. Those old Suzukis, unless you got one of the old Yamahas, which were pretty sick as well.
Either someone's getting shot in my neighborhood or someone's blowing up fireworks. I can't tell which one it is.
I mean, whatever.
You seem to live in a pretty rough neighborhood. It's probably
It's not too rough.
I was kidding. That was sarcasm.
I haven't been shot yet.
Seems quite opposite.
Max,
this was
such a great gardening channel. I follow it.
Oh my gosh.
All the videos.
Yeah, dude, some people watch my mom's videos more than they watch mine.
Yeah, that'd
Your
be
mom's gardening channel?
Yeah, you want to check her out?
Yeah, link it.
Okay. I think her channel's called Happy Girl.
Happy Girl?
Jesus.
No, Max, is she a good-looking woman?
I mean, she's like 40, but she looks like she's 20.
40 is just right, son.
I gotta go check out these videos then.
Yeah, I definitely want
Let
to.
me try to find her channel.
Dude, I watched her whole entire review on like coat hangers or something.
Oh shit.
Let me find it.
Oh, that's funny.
There's so many channels named Happy Girl. What the heck?
I'm subscribed to her. I'll find it. It's okay.
Okay, then do it. I'm subscribed to over like 600 people, so.
And her banner are
Yeah,
your cats.
You said you're subscribed to over 600 people.
Did you put it in the main chat or the reg or the?
You put it on the side, our chat.
Yeah, there it is.
You said 600 people.
What?
You're subscribed to 600 people.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's about where I am.
I'm subscribed to so many people, I can't scroll through them all.
I've had to I've had to unsubscribe from people who just don't make videos anymore, or I just can't stand.
See, now YouTube does it for me, so I don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, I know. During that whole big change in the late in the fall, early winter, I got unsubscribed from like 20 people.
Yeah, Jake the Garden Snake isn't subbed to me anymore. That's kind of sad.
Well, no, that's hold on now.
That whole thing's broken.
No, he still may be sub to you because if he did like I did, which I think he did because he and I discussed doing this, I now hide my subscriptions. So I'm subscribed to you guys, but if you go to your subscriber list, you won't see me there.
Huh, gotcha.
But I'm subscribed. I mean, obviously, I see your
I've had
videos all the
people
time.
tell me today alone, like commenting on my video I posted, I'm no longer subscribed to you. Like, but they mean like they didn't unsubscribe; it just did it on its own. And that's happened with me to like some of my close friends I ride with.
Dude, my mom's so weird.
So this is
Oh man, there's a couple of them with me in there.
Yeah, I know. I watched you get like your back massage
Wait, is
and
this
stuff.
her getting acupuncture?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man,
there's like.
I'm subscribing.
Max do a
All right, I totally just subscribed to your mom, Max.
Here's Max's videos on how to get abs fast.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I gotta look through these.
Yeah, this is my mom's idea here.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, there goes the shirt. Here comes like.
I think I was eating like a granola bar.
Yeah, you are.
Wait, were you filming all of this?
No, my mom was filming it with her little camera I bought her.
Oh my god.
I'm just looking at the acupuncture one.
Yeah, she likes my dog. One day it's gonna die and she's not gonna have any more videos to make.
Oh.
Your crazy boys drifting on the beach.
I think this is a video. Yeah, that's me in my truck.
Wait, where's your mom? Where is your mom from? She has a very pronounced accent.
Russia.
Very nice. She was a Russian bride. Is that correct?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Is that your real mom or your stepmom?
My real mom.
Okay, I gotcha. Cool.
That was a video of me doing circle wheelies in her backyard on my pit bike.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh yeah, look at this one: Russian blue mama cat and Siamese daughter compilation.
Oh my god.
What is that even mean?
Yeah, that white cat just disappeared one day. I don't know.
Oh, but there's a cute little kitten playing with it.
She just got like the biggest shout out ever.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone in the side chat needs to go subscribe.
Put the link in the side chat. She's gonna look at her channel. She's gonna be like, "What the hell?"
These videos are so random.
I'm just gonna put on the
my
acupuncture video that Max sent me.
Oh my god.
Here, guys.
Subbed.
Here's a video of Max singing Jingle Bells when he was like 2 years old.
Oh my god. No way. That's like the first video.
Oh, I'm gonna go look at that.
There's so many videos.
There's so many. I didn't know she posted this many.
If you're going to look at old videos,
A lot of these are like Instagram type videos, like 15 seconds long.
Dude, these videos are old.
Oh, what's this? Please no video? Is that Moto Max right there?
Yeah, that's me from a long.
Oh, best.
Oh, Jingle Bell.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's Max. With
View by oldest video first.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, Jingle Bells, Max. I'm linking that in the side chat so everybody can see it.
We got backyard stunts featuring Moto Max too.
Look up funny back, or there's one called funny backflip. That was a while ago too.
Dude, there's so much good content on here.
Backyard stunts featuring Moto Max. Oh my gosh.
How to get abs fast.
Hey, that might help with y'all. It's a pretty good video.
What's this crazy kid riding a school bus?
What?
Crazy kids riding a school bus?
Oh, that's an old video. Oh my god.
Wait, is that you that took that?
Yeah, that was really old.
It's epic.
I was in like 3rd grade.
You're getting assaulted by a 3rd grader Asian kid with a Superman backpack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gold right there.
That's like, dude, this was so long ago. This was on my iPod Touch. I remember.
Sand Monster.
Oh man, these videos are great. Sand Monster. Oh, that's an old one too.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
Oh my god, these
Facebook
videos.
first.
Ooh.
Chihuahua dog scared of motorcycle helmet. That's a good one.
Dude, animals are afraid of helmets, so period.
Yeah.
If I wear a helmet, my cat will freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Let's see how many subs my mom has now.
71 is what I see.
That's-
But it would be
71.
72. Yeah, because I just subbed.
It never changed. I subscribed.
You have to go to real-time subscriber list on like YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't got the time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I like how
I've,
the like
I've
make.
never had a reason to look up real-time subscriber count.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of stopped caring about my subscriber count because I realized that my videos get like 700 views per video now. So it's like,
No, wait. Do you guys live in League City, Max?
yeah,
Oh, dude, my father-in-law lives in League City.
that's awesome.
That is hilarious. All right, we have a connection there. So if I ever go there to see him,
Let's do it. I
yeah,
need a ride. Who knows? He could live on the same street.
probably. That's
It's just-
funny.
I've met a ton of people out here. There's trails out here all over the place. So sometimes you'll just be riding and you'll come across like 4 dirt bikes.
That is cool.
that
All
it?
right, awesome. All right.
Yep. Well, that's my mom's channel.
I'm watching a video of her freaking out over like a mouse on the wall, and she's actually like trying to get it.
Yeah, I think my mom didn't post one of these videos, but I had like a BB gun and I was shooting stuff and in the backyard, and I think I hit like some kind of animal. It was a lizard, and she was like crying. It was yeah, she didn't post it.
I remember I accidentally shot a bird with a BB gun.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Well, yeah, that is a lie. I blamed it on the cat.
Good reason to have cats.
Is there someone else in the side chat named Josh, or is someone just talking about me over there? I keep saying LOL, Josh, or like
I think someone's got a crush on you in the side chat.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a crush.
That's okay.
I'd like
Come
to.
at me.
I've watched some of Vroom Vroom Dana's videos, and I want to ride on some of his trails on like that he rides on. I think that would be pretty.
I want to go
my neighborhood.
freaking jump over some rocks.
Dude, I can't wait till we ride together. It's gonna be so fun.
Dude, I'm just counting the days for my body to heal and my van to be ready to take the maiden voyage.
Are you planning a Cali trip?
Shit, yeah.
Dude, you need to stay out here just for like a week then.
Dude, I'm literally like, when I leave, I said this earlier. I guess you didn't hear it, but I'll be in Texas in March.
Okay.
Ride around there with all the people that are in Texas, and then from there I have no plans. So yeah, I'll probably end up coming over by you pretty soon after that.
Dude, I have a house. You can just
No
crash.
plans. What?
Josh,
you're not important.
I'm not. It would make a lot more sense for me to go to SoCal and then up to NorCal and then work my way over.
You have a good point. You have a good point.
Why don't you travel to traveling BeRAD? You can
No,
travel while
because
you're
I'm already traveling enough this year. I have a race: California, Tucson, New Hampshire, Quebec, Sturgis, and then Florida next year.
I would love to hit the Sturgis event.
Dude, Sturgis is I honestly
Sturgis.
I'm
I
a
thought
little
that's like
afraid
where
of
everyone
Sturgis.
gets drunk and crashes.
I'm a little afraid of Sturgis only because it's on public streets and they have hay bales and all that hay goes on the track or on the streets. And it's super slick.
It just looks like it'd be really fun, the whole setting, like in the town, and everyone's all hype about it.
Yeah.
Did you see the Mav TV episodes of it yet?
I don't know. I've got a few friends who went to it, and it just looked awesome.
There was like
it's
is
on
there any
AMA
way to get
Supermoto right now.
Is there any way to get Mav TV on Roku? Does anybody know if it's on there?
No, just wait. If you wait long enough, they'll upload it on YouTube. If like the certain series, like AMA Supermoto uploaded the 2 from Sturgis on Supermoto, and they'll upload CNS soon. That's Colorado. It's here, which they're not coming back to next year. And then they'll upload Tucson eventually. But they upload them on YouTube, like all of the ATV motocross and other Racer X shows. They're on Mav TV. They upload on YouTube.
Cool.
Beans.
You just gotta find it. But yeah, Sturgis. I have to buy a separate set of tires just for Sturgis.
I think some people in the side chat are confusing like the Sturgis old guys with Harleys with the Sturgis Supermoto race.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is AMA Supermoto.
Yeah.
They literally have a dirt section in front of the bars where we jump over like into like the second in front of the balconies of the bars, and it's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's a different event from the old dudes with Harleys parking on the street and talking.
It's not even the week of the Sturgis rally. It's
I don't think
separate.
Close to each other, really.
Speaking of
the Sturgis rally itself, I think that's in August every year.
Yeah, there was a motorcycle rally recently over here that just like they ride to Galveston, which is like the beach if you don't know where that is. And I remember I was in the car with one of my friends and we were just driving there, and on the way there we saw like 5 bikes just crashed on the side of the road.
Damn.
Yeah, it's basically just based off of like alcohol and riding with alcohol.
It's a different kind of it's a generational thing. That whole way of life is kind of that whole motorcycling lifestyle. That segment of it is slowly dying off.
Yeah,
I know.
Literally.
Like what's that one? The rally up in New Hampshire in June. The Loudon one.
Yeah, Loudon, New Hampshire.
I know. So the AMA race is during that time, and it's a completely different scene during that. Granted, I'm completely separated from it with being in the pits, but it's just so crazy seeing all those bikes out there. for that rally. That's the East Coast version of Sturgis. And that's the only time that I'm actually there during a rally. It was super weird last year being there for that. The atmosphere.
They used to have AMA Superbike used to race at Loudon every year. That's a great track. It's a great the road racing course there is fantastic.
Hey Tim, see up there the track sculptures? Recognize that one right there?
Hold on, let me zoom in on it. Oh yeah, that's
New Hampshire.
Is that Loudon? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that is Loudon. Thinking that was either that or Minnesota.
Yeah, that's racing that track on a Supermoto. We raced the entire thing and then an added dirt section.
Golly, man. and then you put new motors in your bikes when it was all over with.
That's where I put a 40 on my 250. Like, it was crazy. You're topping out. The 450 were topping out about 110, and the 250s were topping out about 90 to 100.
Yeah, there's some big old straightaways at that track.
They put a chicane in the straightaway, the main straight. But that bowl turn is ridiculous.
Man, is that street track that I've seen on Facebook that people post and it's like got jumps and stuff?
You talking about Sturgis?
I don't know. I've seen a track on Facebook and it's like a motocross track, but it's made out of concrete.
Oh yeah, that's Supermoto.
That'd be Supermoto. Yeah.
Out here, like in the US, we actually put real dirt in instead of that concrete stuff, which sucks. But at the same time, it's different. I would love to race one of those concrete tracks, though.
I wouldn't. Knowing how much I crashed on a motocross track, imagine casing a concrete. Imagine casing a concrete track.
So much more grip, though.
So much more damage.
So much more grip.
The ground is so much harder. We can keep going.
This is why we wear leathers.
Leathers are for sissies.
Hey, whoa. I'd rather keep my skin.
I wear a leather vest.
I still have my racing leathers. I haven't raced in several years now, but they're old school, man. 1998 Technics, 2-piece, blue and white. Oh, yeah, man.
They're probably the same.
Good times.
Leathers are different than street bike leathers because I have both.
Yeah, they're different. Yeah.
I bet they move more in Supermoto.
Oh, dude, it's motocross gear.
Really?
That's leather.
Yeah,
dude, MVD. Have you ever seen the Supermoto Fool guys?
Yeah.
It's the same gear they wear.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much the only stuff we can get now.
I've seen like the who's that enduro? I think his name is Granger or something like that.
Yeah, Corley.
Yeah, Corley. He wears some kind of leather full thing.
It's a special European Husqvarna thing.
Yeah.
I think it's made by Alpine Stars.
It'd be cool to have something like that if it wasn't so hot where I live and humid. Because it's basically like you're baking yourself.
The MVD gear is perforated heavily. It is very ventilated. The pants are motocross pants, and you only have leather where it's needed. And the jacket is just it flows air more than just as much as a motocross jersey.
Gotcha.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody said Tim's leathers are older than some of the people in this chat.
I wouldn't doubt that.
That is true. I bought them in 1998, so yeah, that's true. So it's older than some people on the panel.
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah. Hey man, beats in that range too.
17, bro.
Hey man, I'm still rocking with the
thingy.
The 200.
The little important thing that you need.
Yeah, I'm still rocking without something that you need to be fully legal on the street.
Jay said I'm 4 years older than Tim's leathers.
just don't get pulled over. Fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. On a 200, you can't not.
Or they just so bad for you, they leave you alone.
Max, I've been wondering why haven't you been riding the 200 in some of your latest videos, man?
I had an incident recently, and I'm kind of scared to ride it.
What?
Well, recently I went for a ride at night, and it was just gonna be a quick ride up and down the neighborhood, and then it went towards further down the city, and then I rode a really, really long wheelie. And long story short, there was a cop behind me the whole wheelie, and I didn't know. So
on the TW200, that's
yeah.
embarrassing for.
And you know, whenever you ride dirt bikes for so long, you have that mentality. Oh, I can just get away really quickly. You can't really quickly. It. I took a U-turn, gave it some gas, and nothing happened.
I mean,
Dude in the side chat said Tim's leathers have children.
Yeah, yeah. Tim's leathers are past the age of consent.
It's so funny.
Those leathers are 2 years older than me. That's so funny. It's all right, man. You guys enjoy your youth. I'm telling you, because you're gonna look back in the blink, a couple more blinks of your eye. You're gonna be in your 40s too, and you're gonna be like, "Where did all that time go?" Life goes by fast, boys. Enjoy every moment.
Yeah, that was motivational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not in a band or anything, so.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know.
In fact,
I tried playing instruments. I'm not very good at them.
Most people aren't.
I was in many bands throughout like high school.
Yeah, if anyone's watched all your YouTube videos, you see all of
Yeah,
mine.
if you go way back, there's some drumming and piano videos.
I can play the piano.
Like I said, BeRAD,
That was hard.
I hear someone going hard on the keyboard right after I said
Oh, that's me. Sorry. This is okay, you want to talk about old? This is a 2003 or 2002 keyboard.
Dang.
Yeah.
Keyboards are indestructible.
Yeah.
You can pour all kinds of coke on
BeRAD,
them.
I threw your videos up on loop on my computer at work, and I showed up the next day.
Oh yeah. Brad's always coming in with that ad money, just letting the playlists go at work.
I remember I was subscribed to Brad when his channel was Brad R, and he just had a couple videos of him riding on the trail. WR.
Yeah.
And then I remember you had less subscribers than me at the time, and I shouted you out, and then all of a sudden, I was like, oh my god, what happened?
And then things got awkward like real quick when.
Yeah, I went to your channel one day. It was BeRAD, and you had 100,000 subs. Like, what the shit?
Here, let me try and find a drumming video or.
No, I think you had like BMX or like mountain biking videos or something on there.
Yeah, I did a lot of it was like mountain biking, and then a lot of it was just like random shit with my friends, just like fishing and freaking
Tannerite.
lighting.
Yeah, because most people I subscribe to their videos because like they can wheelie and stuff like that. And it's like, because that's what I enjoy watching, you know? And I also like watching like long videos, like longer touring type videos. And I kind of like Tim's videos because whenever he did those videos, he did some of those touring rides where he'd go to like some places and kind of like explain.
Give all the history and stuff.
Yeah, I like those kind of videos. Those are interesting.
Really cool.
I appreciate that. I've got some more of those coming this year. In fact, we're getting some ride dates together. I found this abandoned airfield that used to be used by the Air Force for training, and now it's in ruins, and I didn't even know it was there. And so we're going to go do that. It should be an interesting year for Tim Kreitz Adventures, not to toot my own horn, but yeah. Should be fun.
I'm good at crashing. That's about it.
Well, I could see you've improved on your trail riding since like. Wait, who said that?
I did. I don't know. It wasn't me.
Oh, I'm not on the panel. I'm just like on Craigslist browsing.
It was
Tim,
other Brad.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're familiar with Spinal Tap, right?
Oh yeah, I own it.
So great movie. Well, I learned to lick my love pump when I was like a sophomore in high school.
There you go. I like to call this one "Lick My Love Pump." It's a beautiful song. It's just playing this emotional piano piece.
All right, I linked it in the side chat. It's really funny, that video. was like my first and only video that got like a bunch of views. Like it's at 28,000 views now, and I mean it had like 20,000, but it's just like that one video, that kind of random video unrelated to anything else on my channel. And then that was it. It was just interesting.
Yeah, my first video ever was me getting yelled at.
What was that?
My first video ever was me getting yelled at on my little 110.
Oh yeah,
little TTR 110 I had. It's pretty great.
Dude, I'm trying to learn how to wheelie my little 110. That thing's a bitch.
Dude, you gotta bring it back there sometimes. Like my 110, it's got a cam in it, so it's like you can power wheelie it in third gear. I mean, it doesn't have a clutch either way, so it's like you can just power wheelie it in third gear, cruising at like 30, and then once it's back there, you could just use the rear brake and ride it out.
I was gonna say power wheelie third gear at 15 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I might put a 144 kit in the 110.
Go for it. I have a cam in mind that whenever I bought it, it had the cam and a full Two Brothers exhaust, and that thing rips.
Dude, they're fun. They're deadly though. I'm more scared on that thing than my actual 250.
Dude, if you just grab like a ton of throttle on it, it'll scare you. Like it's one of those bikes that'll flip. Like, cause it's so small, you know.
Yeah, I used to have a little 80 that was like that. It didn't matter what you did, the thing would want to come over backwards on you.
Yeah.
It's just weird not having like a clutch handle. So the bike just goes forward, like you're trying to stop, and it's just like, nah, I'm gonna keep going. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Tim's leathers were the first ones to see the moon.
Dude, have you been watching that? Yeah, we got some good ones going.
Yeah.
Borbach said the Wright brothers once stole Tim's leathers.
Tim's leathers, the Wright brothers, or didn't die sooner, I should say. Aren't dead.
Oh man,
that's funny.
God,
it's awesome. Yeah, I bought those, man. And let me tell you something. In 1998, I was still in my 20s. I didn't have a lot of money. I was just getting on my feet, you know. And that was a big deal to spend money on those. I guess that's one of the reasons I've always kept them. Of course, I wore those leathers until racing until like 2009 or 2010. So I definitely got my money out of them. I can't even remember what I paid for them now.
You still have them.
Still have them. Got the boots, got the gloves, got the tops, got the bottoms, two-piece. It's all kinds of 90s looking. Looks like I should be on like a CBR 900 double R, like a Smoking Joe's. Yeah.
You should throw all that back on and do a video in it.
At that time, all the bikes looked about the same. Like, you know, the ZX7 and the CBR 900, or whatever, they all look the same.
Well, to me, they all look the same now. Like there were some interesting designs back in the 80s and 90s.
I've got a guy who races with us with Colorado Supermoto who has the most unique pair of leathers I've ever seen. Apparently, it's some like famous racer back in like the 80s who wore them. I'll have to find a picture.
Trying to think of famous racers from the 80s. There were a bunch of them.
Like what kind of racers?
Some bikes.
Yeah, what kind of racing?
It was a sport bike.
Oh, never mind.
There was a.
Could have been Eddie Lawson. Could have been Wayne Rainey. Could have been.
If I can find a
Barry Sheen.
Picture.
There was an older bike I saw on Craigslist recently. It was a RZ350. You know that bike? It's a two-stroke twin 350 sport bike.
Oh, I saw that thing, and when it hits the power band, it's like the most insane sound.
Yeah, it's like a Banshee motor or something like that, but it's like I think that'd be so cool. 350 two-cylinder, two-stroke sport bike. Imagine how lightweight it is and everything.
Tim Kreitz Space Adventures.
You got to make a video just called like My Leathers or something.
I made an After Effects animation of me in the original moto vlogging setup, and I look like I should be in the movie Star Wars. I'm trying to find the video that I made now. Oh, here it is. Let me go ahead and pull this up. This is good
Tim,
for a laugh.
I'm gonna post a picture in the our private side chat so you can see this.
Okay.
Dude.
The red leathers that he's wearing.
Okay.
Why the hell is Wheelan still talking in the side chat? You're supposed to go to
I
bed.
don't know. He always does that. That's not unusual for him
He
to
did
do
say
that.
that when he left.
Oh,
Side
okay.
chat for a little
Yeah.
while.
I think he was intimidated by how much upbeat's been talking.
Okay, yeah, here it is right here. Here's the
Oh, what? It's
The
got a
original-
space background?
here's the original moto vlogging helmet rig right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I did that on Cowie's channel one night. There's a bunch of Star Wars references and weird helmet. I don't know how I ended up there, but oh well, that's fun.
I remember when I was younger, I had a like a regular like a digital camera, and it mounted to a hat, and I used that when I went fishing all the time.
That sounds like a really boring video.
It's like when you
pretty
watch
boring.
when you watch the series Long Way Around, and you see like the equipment they're using, and it's really like for that time was pretty small, but like they were like that's like original moto vlogging right there, and that was back in the early 2000s. That was 16 years ago.
Yep. Time flies. I keep trying to tell you.
16 years ago, they had like these little like Sony, I think they're Sony cameras, and they had microphones in their helmets.
Huh.
I don't know if you've ever seen that series. It's on YouTube. You can find it.
I've been meaning to watch it.
I haven't. I wasn't born in the 90s.
It is a great series. It's Ewan McGregor and one of his close friend, another actor friend. They go from England to New York, going through like all the way through Europe, Russia, Alaska, and then through America to get back to New York on BMW GS like 600s.
I watched a video yesterday of some Harleys that they turned into dirt bikes, and they were jumping them like 5 foot in the air and doing whips on them and stuff.
Yeah, there's a company.
Charlie somebody. I can't remember what his name was. Charlie Borman, I think, is his name.
It's a really good series, though. Like the crap they went through was crazy. But they were like, that's like the original moto vlog back then. That is because that was before moto vlogging was a thing. That's the original moto vlog right there. Was that series?
Yep. I put that my leathers diffused the Cuban Missile Crisis, but Chief Jay said, yeah, but then Tim's leathers caused the Cuban leather crisis. Oh, we could go all night with these, boys. The fun never ends. O.J. Simpson wore Tim's leathers, and Johnny Cochran knew it. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
What do you think about the leathers I posted up in the side chat? Those
are cool. Those are one piece, but yeah, those are kind of similar to mine. I'm looking through right now, seeing if I can find a picture of my leathers, a picture of me at all in my leathers.
Those red
I may have to
leathers,
hook up an old drive.
I first saw those red leathers. I was like, what the fuck? And then he told me like there's some famous guy in like the 80s, 90s had them, and they got them really cheap. And
Looked like Miguel Duhamel. Looked like something Miguel Duhamel would wear.
I forgot. I had to ask them again where they got them from.
Miguel Duhamel always wore bright red and white leathers, one piece or two piece.
Those things are sick though. Like he looks so good going on track with those leathers. I'm out of beer. I think I need to go back to the garage and get more beer.
Can't have too much beer.
Get your beer.
I have a keg in the garage.
Good for you. That's good living. I have 2 kegs. Well, I mean, I'm a beer brewer, but I have 2 kegs in the garage. So
if I didn't live in an apartment, I would brew my own beer.
Mm-hmm.
But I literally finished. I had the kegerator conversion kit sitting in my garage for like 2 years.
Yeah, it takes a lot of.
Because the first mini fridge I had, I drove through a refrigerant line, and I finally got another one on Black Friday and built it. So now I have a little corny keg in there that's lasted me about a month so far.
Tim's leathers probably smell like caveman balls.
Yeah, I bought my leathers during the first mad cow outbreak, so they could be mad cow leathers. Who knows?
God, I need to send my leathers to a dry cleaner to get them clean, man.
Speak, Dana.
What's up?
I had a guy. Oh,
I don't know. I was just reading Brad's comment.
Oh, I didn't see it. I'm like making
someone else said it
on Facebook right now.
Man, aren't you popular?
No,
Just add me
not
on
at all. I'm adding a bunch of people to make me look popular.
Add me on MySpace real quick. That's.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started with that. You're gonna see my top 5 songs right now.
From 2005.
Yeah, it'd probably be Offspring. It'd just be all Offspring.
No, you're gonna be in my top 8.
Oh shit!
I think I have like a top 1.
Dang, I'm still waiting
my
for
dad.
that. Still waiting for that Facebook.
I'm waiting for somebody to like remake MySpace. I'm surprised it hasn't been done yet.
It's still around. It's still there. You can still
Yeah, but
log
isn't
in.
it like what? It's not.
It's
What
like
is it? It's
Pirate
like
Central.
music now or something like that.
I'm gonna
It's-
see what it is.
It's still a social media site. It's just not. No one uses it anymore.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works.
I remember I added I was so young when that came out, but like I added like these random pages, so like my top 8 would say "fuck top 8." Like that was God. I was so young when that was out.
Oh
I
god,
remember
mine's playing
Facebook became a
Nickelback.
thing.
It plays music in the background, and mine's playing Nickelback.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, I remember that. Like changing up the background or whatever you wanted, and having music playing when someone went to your profile.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Dana,
awesome.
they want to know how to get stickers in the side chat.
Buy them.
Find me. Roomroomdana.com.
There you go.
Anything, just room.
Why try the obvious things on Google when you can
Yeah,
ask me
right.
to ask Dana?
Alright.
That's what you call humoring the side chat.
Dude, you know what's really funny? So I'm looking on Facebook trying to find you because you're being a bitch and not finding me. There's a picture of a dude in California with your same name who's holding up his silver play button from YouTube, and he's got a tattoo all the way, like a full
Hey, guess what?
sleeve.
That's me.
Wait, is it you?
Man, he's trying to make fun of you.
Brad was about to call him a douchebag. Just a freaking douchebag.
Fuck you guys, I'm leaving.
Why is his username X Black Gaming?
I used to have a gaming channel back in the day.
Really?
I was one of those guys, yeah.
Who didn't have
So
a
why'd
game?
you? So why?
I'm
wait,
playing
so
games, so I didn't do it anymore.
So why'd you? Because you just hit like 100K recently. So why didn't you put Vroom Vroom Dana?
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, my Facebook?
What do you
I
mean?
told you, I don't really use Facebook. It doesn't have my YouTube on there, does it?
Yeah, on the plaque. Yeah, it says X
Oh,
Black
yes,
Gaming.
yes, on the plaque. I haven't got my play button for Vroom Vroom Dana yet.
Oh, so you had another. So that's
Yeah,
okay.
I had another channel that had 100K.
Okay, I figured.
Damn.
I got you.
I don't want to talk about those days. It's kind of embarrassing.
Baller over there with two. You're about to have 2 play buttons.
Hey, Brad.
What's up?
I know I bring this up in every live stream, so can we see that video with the guy that was side saddling that bike?
Oh yeah. it's the best video ever.
If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, there's a
It's
guy.
actually it's funny. That's the guy who I bought the FC9 from.
He's riding a WR and he does a wheelie or something.
Dude, just hold on a sec. It's the funniest freaking video.
He's holding on.
Tim's gaming channel was him playing with a wagon rim on a stick.
What? 100K for that?
What the hell? This
Oh,
stupid.
What is the video called, Brad? Just so I know.
It's like I think it's in a few videos. It's most epic random shit part 1, or what's the other video? Like the original video it appeared in was like crackhead yells at us or something. Some crazy crackhead woman goes berserk on us. We were trying to help her because she was like beating a light pole with a stick, and then she said, "You're all rapists." Just out of nowhere. All right, I got the link.
Yes. Put it in the other side chat too.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
Copy and paste.
How about I just put it in?
Control C and Control V.
All right, so shut up. So I was trying to find the window. So yeah, click that link and then go to like 40 seconds and laugh your ass off.
Oh my god. That video is just like deadly. He's just like hanging.
Oh god.
I remember we found like the perfect time and it was like you could play it on repeat.
Oh yeah, if you hit.
And then there was another video with the kid that like launched.
Oh yeah, I remember that video.
Remember that video with the kid that like hit the hillside and he like flew in the air?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And his dad like runs up.
Yeah, he's like laughing while like the dad's like laughing at the kid. He's like, "You flew like a rag doll."
Hey, you gotta link that one.
I can't stop. These videos are so funny, dude. I think you could just look up "kid flies off dirt bike like rag doll."
I don't know. I think you should just link it.
All right, I'll do it.
Get the fuck up here, cat.
Cats do what they want, not what you want.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it. God, it's the best video ever.
Yeah.
I'll link that too, or did you already
Link
do it?
No, you can link it. I didn't yet.
Okay.
Cats do what they want, but he knew he wanted to come up here.
Speaking of
That
cat
makes me miss my cat, man. Last month, actually the month before last, we had to put our cat down. She was 19 years old. She was almost 20. Yeah.
Whoa.
Damn, 19.
Enforcer.
older than me.
Yep, I got it. I'm on it.
Get him. Get him. Time out.
Watch this video. Here you go.
Oh, wait. I already put him in timeout for doing that. I should have banned him that time. All right, you get one more mulligan then, viewer.
Remember, Max, you can click 4 over and over.
Yeah, skip to 016.
Why am I not seeing the link?
Oh, just hit the 4 key.
Yeah, the 4 key on 4.
Oh my god. This is Oh wait, hold on. Turn on the volume and listen to him scream before he hits it.
Yeah.
He goes, "Ah!"
That kid's a trooper.
Yeah, dude,
no, listen, and you gotta also listen to his dad when he comes up to him laughing. That's a great video.
This scream is the best, man.
Check my Instagram notification.
Yeah, he went full commitment on there. Josh.
Oh my god, dude. He looked like he was wearing a wingsuit for a second. His boot fell off, poor little guy.
Oh. God, get me clear up here. Oh
Did you
man.
Been on that one. Not like your last video. Don't do 100% commitment. Not like.
Oh yeah, when Courtney flew off the cliff, I'm like talking to Michelle. I'm like, you just gotta commit to the turn. And she's like, okay, and I'm like, just don't commit like Courtney. That was 10% commitment. Did anyone who in here saw that?
The video, yeah, it's on that.
From West Virginia. It was, man, that was scary as shit.
Yeah.
Hey, that video that I posted today, was that the last of the West Virginia riding?
That was just when Carl's engine blew. I still have the one from where we were going up that double black at night.
Yeah.
Which I narrated over it and stuff. It's a 20-minute long video. It's the longest video I've ever posted, but I think it's pretty well put together.
The one where I'm being a little bag the whole time.
No, you're not. We go over this every time. You were handling the biggest bike, the most hardest bike to start, in the pitch black, going up a hill climb. Like, you made it, kind of. I guess Adam helped, and I guess it was a team effort, really.
Yeah, it was a team effort. An XR600 doesn't go up hill climbs easily.
Yeah. So I'll release that video pretty soon. I've got a few others scheduled to post. It's pretty intense.
Wow, bro.
Wow. I don't know if anybody just saw that last comment on this side chat.
I know.
But yeah.
He left one of the T's off a butt.
Maybe he accidentally hit enter and he meant to type more. He's like, I got a banana in my butt, and then
I just saw someone post Street Legal Banshee, and I'm like, Banshees are cool and all, but mine is cooler. It's not street legal, but it races asphalt. Just saying. It was supposed to race up Pikes Peak, but then they changed the entry cost, and I can't afford it.
Dude, street legal 4-wheeler would be so much fun.
Yeah.
I can if I move to Wyoming, I can do it.
Yeah.
Or Arizona.
Dude, look up Raptor 700 street legal.
I want a street legal CR500 so bad.
Oh my god, you CR500 would be sick.
I would just push start it everywhere I go. I wouldn't even try to kick it.
Dude, I've ridden 2 CR500s, one off-road and one Supermoto, and honestly, I didn't get all that much joy out of them. I was really disappointed.
Here, look at this. I'll put a link in both of the chats.
Is it clapped out?
I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know. Like, I have no idea.
There's been a couple builds I've seen where someone takes a CR500 engine and puts it into a modern 450 frame.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, they're called the AFs. They're sick.
Yeah, CR500 AF.
Yeah.
AF meaning for as fuck. CR500 is
Yeah, there's I put a link to a street legal quad that some guy did.
See, the thing is, like, I wouldn't, if I could, I wouldn't street legal the quad. The problem is, it's because I built the motor, the way I built it, it literally does not like anything other than full throttle. And the way I ride it, I wouldn't, I'd get in a lot of trouble. Worse than I would on an FZ09 on the street. And, yeah, the thing, my quad was built for Pikes Peak and nothing but it. So, asphalt all the way.
Matt Jones, Brad, stick your weenie in the FZ09 on cam.
You only have to ask once.
But he spelled weenie whiny. Oh wait, I don't know if that's how you spell weenie.
It's way down.
Wait, what's he doing back there?
Yeah, he should have shared his screen. He should have made his screen the
Go look at
one.
Did he put his whiny in there?
Oh, I guess the BMW covered it.
Are you in a garage? What are you?
I'm in. Here, let me give a little tour here. This will be fun. Okay, so this is my parents' machine shop. This is where I used to work.
Wow.
So this is like the toy room back here, obviously.
Ooh.
The toy room, the pleasure room.
The pleasure room.
But then we got like all these CNC machines and shit.
You gonna make me a custom handbrake mount for the TW?
Not really.
Darn.
The question is, do you want to pay for one?
My budget is $50.
Yeah, so
that'll pay for half the consulting fee.
Yeah, like you've already wasted enough time, like that has been worth like $50 just by asking that dumb question. So
I want a handbrake for that bike. I've mastered everything I can do on it already.
See, if there was like a market for a TW200 handbrake setup, then I could probably make it happen. Oh, and then like I got all my like axle sliders and shit here. This is BeRAD products.
Wow.
It's my little nook.
Yeah, I can't wait to get started on making sliders for that FZ9, so then you can make them to fit the.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get around to it at some point, but probably not for a while because, you know, got other priorities, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, but unfortunately.
I bet they'll probably be the exact same for my FZ7.
Yeah, they might be. I don't know. I mean, there's already axle and frame sliders on this one right now, so
Who knows?
it's not.
Man.
I don't know.
Are you gonna put a cage on or just keep the sliders?
Or
make a cage even?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't make a cage. It'd be a lot of work for like. I don't know. I'm not very good in the fabricating department. I can machine things pretty well, but I don't know. It's probably fine with just the sliders. I mean,
Yeah.
They're pretty tough bikes, I think. So.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because the tank is really wide, so I'm thinking the tank might be like the first contact point, other than the bars.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I don't know. I think that between the bar and the slider, I mean, looking at it right now, it's got like a line between there that would hopefully protect it, but
yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, I just like to have that insurance, basically.
Yeah.
Slider. The one slider set I haven't gotten yet that I want to get is the handlebar sliders.
Oh yeah, I want some of those for this, definitely. I mean, those I'll definitely just make.
I mean, the ones for my bike, like, because I have those Cypher handguards, Slide Moto does make a set for them to work with those handguards.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just end up going with those. But I'll wait until I'm at a race and get them cheap.
I mean, really, all you'd have to do is get a longer bolt for the handguard and then just bore out a piece of Delrin and stick it in there. I mean, it's
that's pretty much what he did. He includes all that hardware to do that.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Have y'all thought about doing like what those Harley guys do, where they wheelie the Harleys, like the Dynas?
You're talking about Lee Stewart?
Yeah, like I mean, he's not the only guy. I mean, think about it. There's Coleman the Cool Man. Remember? There's
I would
there's
love
tons of guys. It's just like the Harley costs $13,000 for a new one or something.
Yeah, See, what I mainly want it for is like, so we have like a bike night in our town, and every time we go through, it's like just one strip, and we're doing like coaster wheelies and scraping and shit, just in front of everyone, like, you know, eating their dinner or whatever. And like some people love it, and then some of the older guys will be like, if it weren't for that Japanese plastic on the back there, you'd be flipping on your ass. And they get all, and then I'm just like, I couldn't do that on an American built machine like our bikes. And then I'm just like, I bet you I could.
Yeah. I have a ton of people that are like, I bet you can't wheelie this bike. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can. Have you seen what I ride?
Yeah, my favorite is just when my bike won't wheelie. It's impossible to wheelie. You get on it and then like doing coasters right away.
Yeah. They just haven't tried hard enough.
I don't know. I have yet to get you to try to do it on my Pig 6, Brad.
I mean, I've wheelied my fair share of XR 650s, so I'm sure the XR 600 wouldn't be much different.
Those things are pigs, but they're sometimes like the XR 650R is fast.
Yeah,
they have torque. They'll get the front wheel up, no problem. They have a lot of torque.
Yeah.
It's like 690. It's single cylinder. They have nothing but torque.
Yeah.
No horsepower, all the torque.
Yeah, the 650R is really nice. Those are cool.
Dude, Brad's an animal on that thing through the trails. I'm on my Featherlight YZ250, and I'm like trying to keep up with him on his XR 600. He just flies.
Rear brake only.
Yeah, he doesn't use any front brake either, which I don't understand. I don't get. I think you're just. You're just trying to make me feel slow.
So I just went to Instagram and saw Brad's photo he posted about this chat. I gotta say, sexy photo right there.
Oh yeah.
Check it out.
I can post another one just on you playing with your beard.
The beard I'm gonna shave off this week.
Do it right now.
Yeah, do
Why
it
this
right
week?
now.
Do it right now. Do it right now.
It's funny because like if you want like my build series, because I space it out so much.
I don't care about your build series. Shave your beard.
They
Then I
like
can title
I
the
had
video.
my normal cut beard, which is like a 1/4 inch length, and then like my part 2 was like 2 months later. My beard was like this long.
Shave it off now.
No, I'll shave it off this week.
Wow.
Yeah, because I want to title the video "Dude Cuts His Face Off" so I can get some views.
Yeah. You also need 1 million likes, too.
I'm desperate, Josh. I'm desperate. Come on.
You need 1 million likes.
500 subscribers. I'll shave my beard right now.
There's only 87 people watching, so
yeah, there's not enough people watching to get me that.
That's a mathematical impossibility.
Yeah.
there's not even that many people that liked the video, so
Not
Oh,
yet.
there's people
Not yet.
runs, and I bet you could get to 500.
Not yet. But just wait when this video's been out for like a week.
Whoa, the side chat's getting weird.
And being a rude little girl. Say something, Brad wants you. He's horny. This Evan Nutt guy is hilarious.
That hurt my feelings. I don't want to talk to him
Oh
anymore.
God, we need to take this guy out of
Yeah,
here.
Dana texted me and he said he's gonna send me good morning texts all the time now.
This upbeat Yamaha guy is freaking obnoxious.
Dude, I hate that guy. Can we kick him?
For real.
He talks way too much.
Put it in my butt. Oh no, put in my butt. You missed the it. You just put,
Yeah.
put in.
I guess you can decide what it is. Put in my butt a banana.
Stick in my butt. That's the next one.
Okay. I'm gonna
under
block
the impression
people
Brad
who-
lives in a warehouse.
If you keep being just like stupidly perverted in the side chat, I'm gonna put you in time.
Brad, do you live in a warehouse?
Oh, what? Did I not just describe what was
I know.
going on?
No, I see
Banana,
that.
hashtag banana butt.
Asking if-
Actually, I live in my parents' basement.
Nice. Did anyone else get a TTR 90 for Christmas?
I did.
I did.
I didn't.
TR 225.
You got a
That was my
TTR
first
225?
bike.
Yeah, it's my new bike. I traded in my YZ 250 for it.
No way.
Yeah.
Good job.
That's why you got the new plastics, just so you could sell it.
Yeah, exactly.
For more than $800, right?
What's up?
Just so you could sell it for more than $800.
Exactly.
All right, boys, I got to dip. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip out. Brad, thanks for the link and for the invitation and all that. Enjoyed hanging with every one of you guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.
See you, man.
Later.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man, my throat hurts. It's like the top of my throat.
Gay.
Wow, big things. Kind of rude there. The fuck you, Tim.
Barkowski, who's that faggot? Oh my
God. Thinking back, I should have, when I started the YouTube channel, I should have created a special Gmail account for that. So when I do the live streams, it actually says Borkowski.
Yeah.
Instead of my name.
Mine says Maximilian.
Well, it's the same issue. Like, I did a few live streams last year, and people were subscribing to my Gmail account, which isn't my actual YouTube channel.
Yeah. That's why you got to put your thumbnail, your picture up there with your name on it.
Does mine say my name or does it say BeRAD?
It says BeRAD. But look, Max, look, it has the big Borkowski right there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you leave it on that, we're just kind of seeing your beard right now.
My
But
beard's
someone's going to look up the big Barkowski. I mean, I don't know if that'll pop up.
It will. Borkowski doesn't pop up yet because it's still, like, I changed my channel name too many times.
Gotcha. So, Evan Nutt once said, BeRAD, can I send you money?
Yeah, and I told him he can buy a shirt.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they asked me the same thing. I'm like, click the support button on my YouTube channel. That's how you do it.
If you want to support me, watch my videos and buy a shirt.
Evan.
Yeah.
but you don't need to send me money. I mean, I guess
Brad.
if you really, really want to, feel free to like mail me a check or whatever. I'm not gonna complain, but I'm certainly not gonna beg for it.
You know what's ironic? I'm wearing your shirt right now.
What? Are you really?
Yes.
Let me see it.
Prove it.
Why won't you let us?
My camera doesn't work. Like whenever I press on the camera thing. Look, I'm pressing on the camera thing. How do I screen share?
I have seen.
We know.
Screen sharing right now. Look at this. Camera is on.
We know you're sitting there naked right now with an Omegle window open.
What do I do? Look, it says use screen capture. What the fuck is that?
Let's put it this way. I have seen your face. And it's because I know why you don't want to show it.
Whoa. You saw
Matt, why did you buy a BeRAD shirt and then not wear it? Why would you do that?
Me? What?
Matt Jones in the side chat. He said he bought a BeRAD shirt, but I don't wear it.
I've bought one Moto Vlogger shirt because I happened to have money at the time, and I really wanted to win a motorcycle, and I got it, and it doesn't fit.
I've a
Max, I could have sworn I bought one of your shirts, but I don't have one.
you probably you probably bought it and not enough people bought them, you know?
That could be like same with like half the people's shirts that I bought. Like they never show up. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
You look very sad right now.
Yeah, I have.
If you wanna send me one, since like I sent you one, like I'll totally wear it.
I'll do it. Just text me your ad.
Or actually, but do you? I don't know. Just do what you feels best.
I'll send you one.
Okay. I was gonna say, or you can just like give me one in person, but yeah, I assume.
Oh, I'll totally do that.
Do you have like
what size do you wear?
Large.
Oh, damn
My
it.
friend's sister got him a Honk for Wheelie sweatshirt for Christmas today. Isn't that a good gift?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
I wonder if someone sent me a picture of one. I wonder if it was them.
Maybe. I'm not
Dude, I haven't.
We were talking mad shit about eHart earlier too.
What? No, we weren't. we were talking about crazy fools in her front yard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right, you guys. I think I'm gonna dip out.
All right, see ya.
I
gotta hit up Chatterbait before I go to bed.
Hit up Omegle too. I hear there's some.
All right, I'll try it out.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for having me though, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure thing. Well, hopefully ride with you.
Yeah, definitely. We'll keep in touch. I need to go out there too.
Sweet.
All right, man. You guys have a good night. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
I'm gay. No.
Yeah.
I heard that, Max.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Hey, what kind of YouTube channels do you guys watch? Like, I know it may seem kind of childish, but Mr. Upbeat Yamaha showed me PewDiePie's videos.
Dude, I watch some of PewDiePie's. I don't like. Yeah. I don't care about the gaming.
Yeah, that's how
aspect because I'm not at all a gamer. But even if you watch it, like, I get why he's got 52 million subscribers. Like he's entertaining.
Fucking funny.
And he
look up PewDiePie snail race.
You have to watch the snail race.
See, I can't stand him. I'd rather watch the Sidemen than him.
Dude, I watch him and like iDubbbz and all these other guys, and they're just funny because they're stupid.
I watch the Sidemen and I watch the Rooster Teeth Let's Play.
I've never seen. I think I've seen like one or two of his videos, but I've kind of strayed from watching moto vlogging channels because like I ride every single day, and it's like if I watch a video, it better be interesting. You know?
Yeah, I watch Enduro Kex, and other than that, I watch a lot of reviews.
The Enduro videos are awesome because they don't get old. You know, like you can watch people flip their bikes all day. I just subscribed to a channel called High Sided Films or something. They're
Oh,
pretty
dude,
funny.
I watch them all the time. I was just talking to that guy on Instagram about trying to meet up with him. I love their videos.
Yeah.
Any of you guys watch Mad Max 11 or Mad Ram 11?
Is that the one with the little? Is that the one with the little like actual ram that runs around with a GoPro on it?
No, the Mad Ram 11 is like rock bouncers buggies for hill climbing. They're like they're beasts.
Oh.
Dude, I watched this one channel for a while. I'm still subscribed to him. I think it's called like Angry Ram, and you know what a ram is? Like the animal. It's like a sheep looking thing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, this guy like posts videos with a GoPro strapped to a ram, and it like rams into things. He's like Angry Ram Strikes Back, and it like hits him on his dirt bike and stuff. It's pretty good. Some videos on YouTube that I watch are really stupid, but they're funny. Like most videos I watch now on YouTube are just for entertainment, and I guess like I can't like just stay on one thing for too long because I'll get bored.
I literally watch YouTube like I would Netflix. So subscribing to like Let's Play, like they upload like 40-minute to hour-long videos. It's entertaining to me.
Huh.
Also, I honestly sometimes there's certain games I'd rather watch people play than play them myself.
I just don't feel like going out and buying a game.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Because then I'll play it for a little bit and I'll get bored. Like I just got Forza Horizon 3 and I played it for 2 days and now I'm bored of it already.
I just I'm actually downloading right now the Blizzard expansion.
Yeah. I mean like it's fun to drive cars and stuff, but if you're not like really good at it.
I'll put it this way, I have every Forza game.
That's pretty cool.
Ever.
This live stream went to shit pretty quick.
I'm pretty tired of this one. It's almost 1 a.m. here.
Yeah, it's almost 12.
And I'm not even home, and I still want to have a bowl of popcorn and a root beer before I go to bed.
All right, well, I'm going to head out, I guess.
Root beer, get a real beer.
I don't drink, man.
Me neither.
I turned 21 on the 20th, and I didn't have a single beer on my birthday.
Wait a minute.
I saw a Facebook post that disagreed.
Yeah. Saw Facebook posts. Everyone else there was drinking. I tried a few drinks.
Wait, you went to a bar on your 21st birthday and you didn't drink?
Well, it was like a bar restaurant. Like my parents like set up a surprise there.
Yeah.
And it was
On Facebook, I saw a post and you were tagged in it, and it was like a picture of you, and you looked under the influence of something.
I 100% was not. I promise.
You can't say it was mom through the party either, because she bought everybody 2 drinks.
Yeah. My parents bought like 34 people 2 drinks each.
Damn.
They went hard for the party.
Hope that machine shop's bringing in the dough.
Yeah, right.
I can't not drink, and that's why I have a keg in my garage.
Oh, there are 2 types of people.
I mean, I'll drink a beer. I don't know. It's like, what's the point? It's more expensive than a 24-pack of root beer from Costco.
My keg costs about $1 per beer.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I mean, whatever.
Hey man, we can just not drink and not spend any money. Spend more gas money.
Right. Not even water. That shit's expensive.
Beer.
Just don't drink anything.
Beer is my fuel.
You get to drink straight gasoline. If you drink enough, it'll probably like your body will adapt.
Probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go try.
Man, upbeat coming in with the with the hype there. Yeah.
Yeah, I got pretty enthusiastic about that. I mean, I've had experience where gas like shoots up in your eyes and stuff.
I've had it in my mouth. It's disgusting.
Oh, guys,
you can't get the taste out for like a week.
Look at this exciting news. Oh wait, hold on.
Nice, awesome.
It's like an awesome black screen.
What is it?
You can't read it?
Congratulations.
Oh, is it
That's all I
black?
can read.
Oh,
Did it say you're
no.
gay or something on it, or what? Like,
It's like just a blurry.
It doesn't focus.
Congratulations, you
have a new match?
Oh, no way.
Seriously? You're on Tinder right now?
That was upbeat.
No, it's just notified me. It's just a notification.
That was upbeat.
That was me, man. That was all me.
I matched with you, I think.
No, I'm 100% sure I swiped left on both of you guys.
Someone set up a Match.com account for me. I get emails every week, like every day.
Are you sure you didn't do that when you were like 10 or something?
No, I'm pretty sure it was someone else.
Yeah, okay.
I remember when I was
like
younger.
10, so like 3 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much. No. I remember when I was younger, we called like me and my friend, we called some kind of like, I guess it was like a strip club or something like that. And then we thought we were like all tough and we thought we had like deep voices and whatnot. We were in like 5th grade and we called and the lady was like, "Does your mom know that you're calling us right now?" And I was like, "Oh shit." That's pretty good.
Hey, Baseline Garage, didn't we just talk on Instagram or something?
No.
He lives.
All right, I'm out of here. Peace out.
Okay. All right, dude.
God, all right, see you, bro.
Thanks for joining.
No problem. Thanks for inviting me. I would be glad to be in another one someday soon.
Probably won't.
Oh man, I just got like the. Never mind. I won't talk about it right now, but yeah, I got good news. Good news.
All right. See y'all.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
I don't know if anybody watches football, but I just got some good news.
I don't care at all. If you speak about football, I'm blocking you off of here. These are manly topics, things with engines and wheels. We don't talk about foosball.
I could go to. I need more beer, so I could go back down to the garage and figure out what tires come on the motocross bike stock. Because we were wondering about that earlier.
Oh, yeah, they're Dunlop. I'm pretty sure they're Dunlop MX.
They are Dunlops, but they might be different between the WR and the MX bike.
Yeah, they are. I believe the MX bike is MX52, and the trail bikes are MX51s or something. Because that's what I have up there, which is from a 2015 WR450.
I'd have to honestly look.
Hey, good night, peeps who are going to bed.
Yep.
Bye.
I'm about to go to bed too.
See ya.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, I'm not going. I'm just saying to people in the chat, the side chat.
Oh,
I know we're still live though.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, I know we're still live.
Well, this is awkward.
I feel like I should just end it now. It'd be an appropriate time to just end it. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go. I'll just go off
That
live.
good.
Okay. Bye, people. Thanks for watching.